We gon' slide.
Yo, what's good? We're back. We're back. But before we say anything,
Pavy here with HoopsNBrews. Kevin, did you try to make it a point to come out and kind of remind people exactly who you are with all the talk that's been going on in this series?
I've been in for 12 years and I'm 30. I don't need to show nobody nothing at this point.
God damn, KD. KD came in my man Pavy. If you don't know, we covered Pavy. Reporter Pavy covered the Clippers game versus Warriors.
Game 3.
You will be watching this on Sunday, so I am recording. So I will be doing the game later, which will be dope. As you can see, I got a dog in my hand. Follow him on Instagram. His Instagram is King Drip Up. You know what I'm saying? We got that drip. You feel me? But he also talked to one Steve Kerr.
Yeah, I talked to Steve Kerr.
Let's play that.
Pavy here with HoopsNBrews. Coach, can you just talk about Steph's rebounding? Is it something that you guys made it a point for him to do, or is that just in the flow of the game?
I'm sorry, who's rebounding?
Steph.
He's a great rebounder. I think he had 15 in game 1. I mean, he's a guy who has a nose for the ball and gets a lot of long rebounds because he anticipates really well.
Coach, this has been like a question, I guess, for your whole season.
You talked to Draymond. I just want to say this on camera. I was complimenting your fit, G. And then I saw a picture of you with the fanny pack.
He was like, nah,
G,
but like the glasses was straight drip though. The Cartiers was drip, G. The bus was hard. The bus was straight drip.
Let's hear Pavy asking Draymond Green a question post game.
Pavy here with HoopsNBrews. Draymond, did you make it a point to just come out with the defensive intensity that you showed? It felt like you were everywhere, all over the court, all game.
I mean, I just, like I said before, it's playoff time, and that's my role on this team is to bring that intensity on the defensive side of the ball, and I am the leader on that side of the ball for this team. So we know if we're going to win that we got to get stops, and we were doing that for probably like.
All right, cool. So that's Draymond. That's not the entire clip because I didn't post it on accident on Instagram.
It was a Doc Rivers thing. I also talked to Doc.
But still, he also talked to Doc. But nobody, you talk to Doc all the time. Like it'll be like after I talk to Doc. After I talk to Doc tomorrow, it's kind of like okay, like I've talked to Doc.
I've talked to Doc.
I'm not about to count it anymore.
Nah, like Doc is like the homie to me now. G. Like literally, I see Doc like, yo, what's up, bro? Like Doc is like the homie to me. Literally, it's like talking to like a cousin at this point for me. Seriously, like I fuck with Doc.
My girl's telling me how she said like somebody told her that like they fucking like uncle cousin or something used to like cut his daddy grass or something like that.
Who cut Doc Rivers' daddy?
Yeah, he like from like Maywood or some shit like that.
I thought he's from the South Side.
He is.
Didn't he go to like?
I don't know. He might have. Maybe. I thought he was from like.
I think bro went to like Carver or something like that. I think.
Look it up.
I think bro went to like Carver.
Oh well, maybe he did. If he did go to Carver, she was telling me that. Actually, know her daddy from.
Oh no, he did. Oh no, he did go to Proviso East. He is from Maywood. He is from Maywood.
Exactly. See,
from
I knew
Maywood.
I won this weekend.
Right.
But go ahead. Talk about post game. Talk about why you got sass from Kevin Durant. According to Amp on Twitter. Shout out to Amp. Go follow Ampavelli on Twitter. That's the homie. He cool. And if you hear a dog in the background, because it's not a real dog, it's a fake dog.
I just like really wanted to ask KD that question because obviously there was there was like so much talk going on in the first 2 games about him and Patrick Beverley. So much talk going on about that, and I had the infamous comment, "I'm Kevin Durant."
He is
like
Kevin Durant.
he is Kevin Durant. But I think that sometimes because of the team he plays on, like there's so much talent on that team. Sometimes I think people forget that he's Kevin the fuck Durant.
I think he forgets he's Kevin Durant, which is why I told you he's the greatest role player of all time.
I think that everybody involved with Kevin Durant forgets Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant, including Kevin Durant at some points in times. And
he forgets it all the time.
And even like when the game started off, I think he picked up 2 quick fouls and it was like, oh shit, I think he's in his head again.
Yeah.
Like literally, it was like 2 fouls in like 2 minutes. I was like, yo, is he in his head again? And then what happened was,
we got to stop with this psycho. See, this is why guys like Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant have problems with guys like you is because you trying to get into this man's psyche, like, oh, is he in his head again, missing shots? It's like, gee, sometimes I just start the game. He said it, like, yo, I'm playing within the rhythm of the offense. What do you all want me to do?
I understand
I'm a player on the team.
I understand that. Like, I
like,
fully,
you know who I am.
I fully get it.
You know who I am, but I'm also a player on this team. Like, let me just play on the team offense.
I fully get it, but same time, it looked like what I saw that day was the greatest offensive performance I've seen in person. I've seen a lot of games.
Even better than AD shooting all them threes?
That's it. Yes.
Really?
Yes, it's better than that shit.
You said you yelled out AD.
AD, your ass can't shoot, and he hit like 3 straight threes. But this shit was something different. It was a point in time in the third quarter.
Did you like watching Steph Curry?
Live, I mean, it's cool. I was just more so looking at like, yo, it's bad defense.
You know you weak for not getting that Steph Curry.
I feel you, but you'll get it.
You weak as hell for that.
You'll get it.
No, don't get me wrong. Like literally, I'm not mad at you to get the sound. I mean, you had like the sports quote of the day for March 19th. You had the sports quote of the day.
April 19th.
I'm sorry. I'm already brewed. God damn, this dog, G. He just like he never stops. But basically, what I was gonna say was like still. Like, I wanted you to get that. I wanted you to get that for Twitter purposes.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, once you ask that question, like, our haters again, hey, can y'all make up y'all mind, G? We don't know which one y'all is. Even our haters, shout out to our haters for congratulating us. Shout out to everybody for congratulating us.
I didn't
Great moments.
I didn't expect the quote to blow up like that. Like I didn't expect. I didn't.
Like, I even texted like, yo, he was mad as hell.
No,
because he was mad as hell. Period.
No, because like when he said it, I'm like, yo, did I like fuck up? He said like 2 words. Like, yo, like what the fuck? But then I was shocked nobody asked him that before I asked him. Cause I had like the 4th question. Like I was shocked that nobody asked him. I feel like my question was like the icebreaker. Cause then right after that, some other reporter lady asked about the quote he said the other day.
I mean, somebody else said that about my question to Montrez about the Nipsey thing in terms of like you kind of thinking like, oh, like what's that like in the moment? Like, questioning that, but like, but also that's the thing. That's what you want. These are the questions we want to have answers. Like, I'm not finna be sitting up here poo-pooing you, Kevin Durant. Like, no, you make $200 million a year.
Seriously.
You can't say, you can't look at that man and be like, I'm Kevin Durant, and then think nobody gonna ask you about it.
When you do, like, gee, the man could have had 50. If the, like, literally, when I was watching this shit, I'm like, yo, he might score 50 points. Yeah, like the shit,
too passive for that.
Like the shit, it was just to the point where it's like we're up 31 anymore. I don't really have to exert myself to do this anymore. But it seemed like he came out, he jumped clean off. But it seemed like that man came out and literally wanted to remind people exactly who Kevin Durant was. So when I went down to the press conference, I was like, yo, I want to ask this man if he wanted to put on the performance to remind people exactly who Kevin Durant was. I wanted to ask that question. And I mean, the answer he gave me, like, I feel him. But I do think that in his mind, he still wanted to come out and have a great game. I don't know if he wanted to remind people who Kevin Durant was, but he needed to have a great game. And he came out and he did that.
He had to go to his doggy bed.
He had to sink, like, literally, I've seen at least at this point in my life, probably 40 to 50 basketball games in person. I've seen Allen Iverson play. I've seen Dirk play. I've seen D. Rose play. I've seen, like, a lot of people play. Mm-hmm. Anthony Davis play. I've seen, like, people play that I forgot I saw even play. That was single-handedly the best offensive performance I've ever seen a player have. There were points in the third quarter just watching it, right? Whereas, like, he was picking out who he wanted to guard him on the play. Like, yo, I want Delito these next 2 times. I want Garrett Temple. I want Shea. And then you can see the Clippers sometimes, like, yo, somebody trying to stop this man. None of it worked. None of it. Literally, like, it was like a possession. It was like 3 straight possessions in which a different man guarded him, and all of them got buckets. In different ways. It wasn't like he was just doing one thing. He put you in the post. He take you out. He go to the rim. He was shooting 3. That was single-handedly the best offensive performance I've ever seen in my life in person. So the quote, I literally, when he gave me the quote, I didn't expect that to happen like that until I got home and I kept replaying. I'm like, yo, this shit is classic. It didn't like when I got home and when I looked on Twitter and I saw other people had like ripped it and like put it up. I was like, okay, this must have been like a
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a lot of that going on.
I mean, but
shout out to him. Yeah. That's just like the NBA, like actually content on the internet. Period is literally just like somebody posted, somebody take like a picture of it, West, repost it.
It's like
same
the Wild
thing
West,
with
bro.
different colors. It's
literally like the Wild West, bro. Like dead ass. The shit's wild. But I will say like just like watching KD, watching Steph, watching like the Warriors in general just gives you like live in person gives you a different appreciation for like the level of basketball that they play. Mm-hmm. Like they play at a very, very like I personally like like Rockets. Like I mean I realize why I like watching the Rockets so much because I like watching LeBron. I like the LeBron and Kyrie Cleveland team was like my favorite thing to watch. Kind of like what the Rockets do, but not exactly, but kind of like it. As far as like isolation, we gonna kick it out, we gonna drive, and we gonna have somebody kick it out, and you gonna shoot a lot of threes. It's not to the level of what Houston is when they literally don't want you to take mid-range shots, but it's kind of in that kind of mode. But it gives you a true appreciation for like the level of basketball that like the Warriors play. They play at a very, very high level of basketball. Like even Steph, if you make one mistake, it's a bucket. Which is also why I wanted to ask Steve Kerr about Steph's rebounding because I feel like Steph has made it a point to rebound in the series.
He only grabbed 5 rebounds in that game,
but he only played 21 minutes though. That's the thing. 5 rebounds, 21 minutes for a point guard. That's a lot of fucking rebounds. It wasn't like he was out there for 40 minutes and got 5 rebounds. When he was out there, he was rebounding, and I feel like he does it because if he gets the ball and he's instantly in transition, it's very hard to stop. He can pull up from anywhere. So if I get in transition instantly, you really can't stop me. So if he goes out there and grabs 15 rebounds, he's gonna have a great game. That's why Russ goes out there and gives you 12 rebounds because you're instantly in transition. I don't have to outlet it now, which makes Draymond so dangerous. Like Draymond can grab the ball and literally go straight up court. That gives you a huge advantage because the defense isn't even like you don't get time to like set up your defense. So I wanted to ask, like, was that something that he's made a point to do in this series? Because watching him over the season, I feel like he's made it. I feel like he's been intentionally doing that. Like he doesn't have to go get 13 rebounds, but I feel like he wanted to do that because you can't get your defense set. And scoring on the Clippers in the half court, scoring on anybody's half court defense, especially in the playoffs, is pretty hard. On your half-court defense?
When you got Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson.
I understand that,
Klay Thompson got it hot for like 2 minutes and scored like 15 points. That's what they do.
I understand that, but when they're in transition, it's even more impossible to stop. At least if they're in a half court, like I was watching Steph off ball, kind of bumping them up a little bit, like they're not gonna call everything.
Kind of bumping them up a little bit. They grab and pull on Steph Curry all game long. Like if I get a chance, I'm definitely gonna ask Steph Curry, do you feel a kind of way about them calling you for ticky-tack fouls, but you don't get he don't get those calls. He's getting grabbed, he's getting pulled. All of that.
He does get grabbed and pulled.
Like literally, like somebody. Which play was that? When the dude? Oh no, actually no, that was him. He actually committed the foul. He grabbed her arm and then he gonna say I ain't fouling. Like also, I want to ask him like, do you feel at times? I might ask him that, but that might piss him off. But it's like, do you feel at times? Sometimes you can put the momentum of the game at risk by reaching for steals.
That's a great question. Like because one thing he does do, like even Steve Kerr said, I can trust KD with 2 fouls. I can't really trust Steph with 2 fouls, which is why I'll take Steph out of the game, but I'll leave KD in. Steph reaches a lot. Yeah. And one of the best defenses for Steph is get that man off the court. Literally, like one of the best defenses is get his ass off the court. Like there was a point in time in the game, early in the game, in which KD and Steph both had 2 fouls, and I kept tweeting like, "Bro, you got to run something at them. You got to run something at them." And I was disappointed that they didn't run more plays at them when both of them had 2 fouls early in the first quarter. Get them off the court, bro. Pick the guy, literally get them like they are bombarding you, bro. It's like 40
you can't get them off the court when you can't make a bucket. The Clippers weren't making any shots. They missed wide open shot after wide open shot after wide open shot.
Danilo didn't look great, and Iggy made everything Lou Will did extremely hard. The only time Lou Will got loose was there was like a couple stretches in like the third for about 3 minutes that Lou kind of got loose and kind of got some easy shots, but for the most part, Iggy gave him nothing easy. They took Clay wasn't know them no more.
Iggy
was guarding them.
But I told you that they were gonna make a defensive adjustment, and instead of it being KD, who I thought it was Iggy.
Yeah.
But also Kevin Durant was being Kevin Durant.
That shit was like that was literally,
you know what I'm saying? I'm 12 years in, but I'm 30.
That was the single greatest offensive performance I have ever seen a human being have. He had 38. He very easily could have went for 50. And Shea is having a bad series.
I've been tweeting that the whole series.
Shea literally
You've been seeing that, right?
Shea literally might have got 60 points scored on him.
You've been seeing that, right? I said it. He's been getting annihilated on both ends.
I think that like
he ain't been playing smart up here, and he ain't been playing smart with his body.
I think that like Landry, like for instance, even with guarding Steph, right? yeah, Shea has the size and like the length advantage, but I don't, because Shea isn't a shooter, I don't think he understands moving without the ball as well as Landry does.
He's just not attacking. I've been telling you that all series long. He hasn't been attacking. They need, in order for the Clippers to be effective, Shea has to attack. You have to attack Steph Curry. Like, if we can get him 2 fouls, you should be able at any point in time to get his third. If that's John Wall, attack. If that's anybody else, attack. He's bigger than him. He's got a little bit of length on him in terms of, and he takes like real quick strides to the rim. He just has been like throwing up shots. I feel like he's been trying to play a little bit too perfect. I feel the same thing about Landry. I feel the same way about Zubac. I like
the way Landry's been playing, especially defensively.
I don't. Landry was terrible in that last game.
He wasn't terrible.
He was terrible. Their entire team defensively was terrible in that last game.
No.
They gave up bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket.
No.
Yes.
Hold on, wait.
Kevin Durant, bucket after bucket.
Well,
like you said, pick a man. Come here.
Real quick, though.
Let's go.
Real quick, though.
Stop.
Like, look, there was a couple times, I think like JaMychal Green completely lost KD. I don't know how that happened, but I don't think for Kevin Durant it was bad defense. It was just this man was just getting buckets on anybody. It wasn't nothing you could really do. Like with the way he was playing.
Steph Curry was playing great too. Steph Curry was annihilating both of them.
I agree. He was.
Got annihilated.
But no, I think that Steph was more so annihilating Shea. I think that Landry at least did a better job of staying with him. There were a couple of times I think on like the relocation he does when he goes like to the corner, you know what's coming. In which he didn't relocate with him, and there was a couple of defensive mix-ups, which I mean it's gonna happen. But I think Landry did a better job on it can't. But I think Landry did a better job on Shea. I think Landry did a better job on Steph than what Shea did. As far as Kevin Durant, it don't matter what the fuck defense was playing. They was gonna play. If he gonna play like that, fuck that damn defense. Like I have seen a lot of basketball in my life. As far as in person and watching it, that was the single greatest offensive performance I have ever seen in my life.
So can I ask you a question?
What's up?
So do you think that Kevin Durant was upset with you?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, but like, bro, you literally said 2 days ago, I'm Kevin Durant, and you come out and basically could have scored 50.
I need to play that one more time. Sorry. I want to hear the headphones. I gotta
Kevin, did you try to make it a point to come out and kind of remind people exactly who you are with all the talk that's been going on this series?
I've been in for 12 years and 30. I don't need to show nobody nothing
at this point. Shut your ass up, Pavy. I seen the tweets.
But no,
I seen the tweets.
I also
they see the tweets.
I know, but also
they have to see the tweets because we've been engaged in a virtual war with
Warriors Twitter forever
and Warriors Twitter for the past 2 years because of you.
But honestly, I just think that he didn't want to be 100% completely like he gave me a quote, but he could have said like, yeah, I did. I think that was more of like the humble approach to it. What he said, I think like that was more humble approach. Like I don't think he wanted to come out and say like, yeah, I wanted to show everybody I'm Kevin Durant and like remind people exactly who I am. I think he answered it correctly. I mean, he could have said like, yo, I wanted to play good, come on, have a good game, but I don't have an issue with the way he answered it.
That's good. I'm glad you don't feel the shade.
I don't have an issue with the way he answered it. We feel the shade. I really don't have an issue with the way.
We feel the shade.
Nah, like I don't have an issue with the way he answered it. Like, yo, I've been here for 12 years. I don't have to show nobody nothing. You really don't. But I think just watching the game, I think he made it a point to remind people I am Kevin the fuck Durant. Just watching it. Now, granted, I'm not in that man's head, but from what I saw out there, again, and also I think Boogie not being there kind of helps him offensively.
It helps him offensively
because
Andrew Bogut's not taking shots.
Exactly, and they like Boogie and KD occupy kind of the same areas offensively, and those post ups that would be, I think he alluded to it, those post ups that would be ran for Boogie early in the game are just now ran for KD. So that factored into it a little bit, but even still, he just looked different. Like even after Steph picked up the second foul, he walked up and like pushed him and like, yo, like come on, get your head in the game. Like he just looked different yesterday. He looked like he wanted to come out there and have a great performance.
Yeah, I'm not upset at that. I mean, KD played great. I think that, let's talk about Game 4. I mean, who do you got to win Game 4?
The Warriors. I mean, if the Warriors gonna play like that, if the Warriors are gonna play the way they play on Game 3 every night, nobody's beating them 4 times straight.
I thought you said Houston was going to beat them.
I still think Houston can, but I don't think the Warriors will play like that every night. But if they do, nobody's beating them 4 times straight.
I mean, they don't have to beat them 4 times straight. You just got to beat them 4.
I mean, but nobody's beating them. If they play like that every night,
yeah,
nobody beating them 4 times. You might beat them twice, maybe, but you're not beating them 4 times. Like, I don't think you understand the shit Kevin Durant was doing.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that when you go, he scores like 38 again. So just so you can sit there and watch it and be like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, I was watching it on television. I tweeted about it there that he was annihilating them.
Nah, G,
he was annihilating them.
Nah, G, you gotta look at that. I feel you, but you gotta look at that shit from the view, G. Like, I'm telling you, that was the single greatest.
The press box is extremely high up, so you can like see those.
You can notice certain things that you wouldn't notice if you were sitting. Well, maybe courtside you would maybe see, but you can notice certain things from that up. Like, you can look at plays and look at like how things developed, or like look at the court when people run up in transition that you wouldn't normally see. So even like that's why I wanted to get asked stuff about his rebound. As I'm looking, I'm like, yo, he in transition. If they not gonna pick this man up, say he come across half court, I'm pulling it. Or if he don't, I give you a head fake and go straight to the rim. Keep that man off the glass. Put a man out there. Keep that man off the glass.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I think Warriors win Game 4. I think they take Game 5. I think the 31-point thing was honestly one of the best things that could have happened to him. I think it was a wake up call for him. It's like, yo, like we can be beat by anybody. Sure. Like we can be beat. Like again, this isn't in the regular season you can come out there and play like that. Because again, you're not playing against the best teams. But in the playoffs, you're playing against the best 8 teams from that conference. You can't come out there and play like that. And teams not going to bow down and just quit. You go down in the regular season, you might sub some guys out, be like, you know what, whatever. You go down big in the playoffs, we still out there. We still playing. Game ain't over yet. So I think it was good for them, and I think that they'll be awake, and I think that they'll win Game 4. But I do expect the Clippers to play much better.
Okay.
The Clippers also, like you said, did not play good.
Yeah, no, they didn't play good. But the thing for them is that, as Doc said in the postgame, if Danilo's not going to hit shots, we're not going to win.
Yeah, because you don't
he is the primary option to start the game. So he has to get his 20 a game in order for them to be able to win. They need that 20. That 20 to them is the difference between the game being a 20-point game versus most teams and it being a 4-point game where if you can swing things and you got a guy like Lou in the clutch, he can help swing a game. Like even the quote from Lou was that he said, just get it to 10 and I'll do the rest. So if that's what he was saying,
I mean, like that was,
then you know what I mean. I mean, not in Game 3 and Game 2.
No, but even in Game 3, like there was a couple of times which I think they cut it to like they cut it to like 16 in like the second a couple of times, but they just couldn't get a stop. Like they just couldn't get the stop they needed, or like if they got a stop they couldn't score. Again, like I will forever say the way to beat the Warriors isn't offense. You're not gonna outscore them. It's defense, but you still have to score. Like. You have to score. Yeah. Defense, like thinking that you're going to outscore them, you're not going to do that. Uh-huh. But at some point in time, you have to be able to get a bucket. Especially, like you said, when you like look at that starting lineup, Danilo is really the only one who can create his own shot in the starting lineup. Like Shea can do it, but in the playoff series, I'm not dependent on Shea. Landry, I don't think he's there yet. Zubac needs to play his size. That's one thing Zubac needs to work on in the offseason, to playing his size. He's too big of a human being to not play like it. He plays like he's 6'7" sometimes. Like he just allows things that shouldn't happen. Like it'll be a block. And it's like, yo, why didn't you take that up meaner? Like Zubac's a really nice guy, but he plays nice sometimes. Yeah. Play meaner, bro. Like you're 7 feet, you can't. 200.
You don't tell a man to play meaner.
But play your size. I guess sometimes he doesn't play his size, but he'll get better at him. Like what? He's probably only had like 100 games of actual NBA action. Probably he'll get better. But again, for the Clippers, I just think it's just a great learning experience. Like I think all these guys will take this series and it'll springboard them into a great summer. Shea can look at this film like, yo, I got a lot of shit to work on.
I mean, yeah, and when Kawhi come here after the Raptors get eliminated by the 76ers, then you know what I mean. They're gonna be decent. It's gonna happen. Zubac's played 140 career games. Exactly.
Actually. Like it's not. And
I mean, that's still a decent amount of games.
It's not that many games.
It's almost 2 seasons.
I mean, yeah, it's not that many games, bro. It's not that many. I mean, like think.
I mean, he's
like,
only 21 though.
Exactly. Like how many minutes of action was he getting in those games? He's probably getting like 10 minutes, like in like a lot of those. Yeah. So he hasn't really had that much.
His career, I mean, he's averaging 14.7 minutes per game in his career.
I do think that I do like how JaMychal Green played.
Nah, he was getting fried.
But offensively, yes,
they was all getting fried.
Yes, but offensively, he at least was hitting shots and stretching out. He was hitting shots. He was at least hitting shots. I think you may want to look into like starting him, benching Zubac, starting him maybe?
No, why?
Because Zubac isn't giving you anything right now.
The lineup wasn't the problem. The problem was that Danilo didn't hit shots.
Danilo did not hit shots.
Which brings your bench in at a 20. Well, no, I think it was a 16-point disadvantage.
It was
too much at that point in time. Once Lou got in the game, it was bad.
And they need to find a way to get Lou some easier shots.
I'm more content with them putting Landry on the bench and starting JaMychal than sitting down Zubac. Because Bogut is still going to be out there. JaMychal Green is not helping you out rebound Andrew Bogut. If Zubac can have a good game, which I think he's more than capable of having a good game. Even the last game, he put up numbers. The numbers don't count because it was in garbage time. But if he can actually have a good game, like, they'll be all right. So for me, again, for Game 4, I'm going to take the Clippers to win. Number one, because... we gotta. How we gonna? If the Clippers win, how we gonna talk about? Yeah, let's do this right now on the show.
What's up?
Who covering Game 6? Should we rock, paper, scissors live on Hoops and Brews?
Rock, paper, scissors it.
All right, we'll do that. Live on Hoops and Brews.
Rock, paper, scissors it. Rock, paper, scissors.
Best. No, let's establish it now. What's the rules?
What you mean?
It's 1, 2, 3 count, and how many games?
1, 2, 3 count, and best 2 out of 3.
All right, you heard this.
Best 2 out of 3.
All right, okay. If I lose, I don't care. It don't matter. I'm just happy that we could just affect shit. We legit. We affecting the sports world.
Nah, that was like
I woke up to text and like, yo, bro, I heard Pavy on Get Up.
Top 5 coolest things that's happened to me in my life. Like literally, I woke up to the group chat field and like my mentions fucked for half. My mentions on both of the pages fucked for half of the day.
Fire.
Like one of my homies texted me like, bro, I brag about you to people. I'm like, yo, what? That's fucking crazy. You like what? Like, thank you.
Shout out to you, bro.
But like, what, bro? Like, that's wild.
Shout out to the bro.
What? See, like,
shout out to all the people that brag.
But yeah, man, shout out y'all. We genuinely appreciate the support. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the content, and you guys are the reason that we are able to do these things. So thank you for the support. But
yeah, not you to hate to the haters though. But
nah, they're part of it too because they blow up shit and make it bigger than what it has to be.
Nah, the haters just make me mad. So thank you for the fuel, because without y'all, we definitely wouldn't be here.
But moving on.
Shout out to, and once again, huge shout out to Coach Eli Horowitz. Yeah. Follow him on Twitter, Coach Horowitz. He was the one that told me like, yo, just go ahead and he basically gave me the keys that I needed to in order to reach out to the Clippers and the Lakers. Hopefully we can get the Lakers coverage next year, and that would be great.
It'd be great.
But he basically, helped kind of give me the, kind of the guidance that I needed in order for us to get the Clippers to, pass it. So once again, shout out to Coach Horowitz. He's the head of PR for the Sparks. Does a great job. Speaking of the Sparks, Pavy's going to be covering the Sparks all summer. I said Pavy is going to be covering the Sparks all summer. Once again, Pavy is going to be covering the Sparks all summer long.
Real quick, I'm actually kind of excited to do it. It does suck that Breanna Stewart tore her Achilles. I think she was last season's MVP.
And I don't say that disrespectfully. I'm just saying I'm doing other stuff during my summer. But shout out to Coach.
It does kind of suck. That's like I wanted to see Myra Moore play. She's not playing this season. I wanted to see Skylar. She's not playing this season. But there is still Deladon.
Damn, Skylar not playing while she having a kid?
Yeah. Damn, okay. That's funny as fuck that you just knew it was for a kid. But yeah, she's...
No, because Maya Morris is different though, right?
I think Maya was taking like a sabbatical or something like that.
Okay.
She just like wanted to get away from the game.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, those two aren't playing. And now Breanna Stewart isn't playing. It's like those are 3 big stars.
To focus on ministry.
Huh?
To focus on her family and some ministry.
Yeah, it's about.
I mean, I feel most of the WNBA players.
They're not getting paid enough to like they're not getting paid that much money. They make more overseas.
Yeah, but she's doing a sabbatical for ministry, though, so that's like a completely different thing.
But yeah, so I mean, like it like does suck that I can't see those. But I'm pretty excited to come to WNBA this season. Like I think that for one, like Candace is there. She's one of the best WNBA players ever. Like that's a person that I've known, been a part of my basketball life since 2004. I remember the dunk contest she had.
Yeah, so like, she's really a legend.
Yeah, like she's like, at least I get to sit and watch a legend play every night. I don't have an issue with watching that. And I mean Deladon,
she's an old legend, but I feel
still, like Deladon's there. Like I know Deladon's there. She's like the Lady KD, at least to me, she's like kind of like the Lady Kevin Durant. So like they definitely still have some stars that I'm interested in checking out. So I'm definitely excited to cover the season. And I'm gonna try to bring a honest dialogue about the WNBA and about situations, and cover it the same way I would cover any other thing.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely, I'm 100% excited to do it. And again, it's like the LA Sparks. It's not like it's like the team in Tulsa or the team in like fucking Connecticut or something like that. Like it's the LA Sparks. When you think about the WNBA, you think about the LA Sparks.
I think about Lisa Leslie, but I feel you.
That's the LA Sparks.
Yeah, but no, I know that. But I'm saying I think about her though.
I mean, me too. But what team did she play for?
No, I know that.
Okay,
that's
then.
because she's Lisa Leslie.
I mean, fair, but still, like.
But also, I'm just saying, she's Lisa Leslie. When I think of LeBron, you think of Cleveland, but I just think of LeBron. I'm not thinking about a jersey. It's LeBron. She's Lisa Leslie.
Fair.
It's Michael Jordan. Like, yeah,
you think about the Bulls, G.
No, yes, because why do you think about the Bulls?
Because he played them 16 years.
No, why do you think about the Bulls? Because of Michael fucking Jordan.
Nah,
exactly.
Yeah, right.
If she played on fucking the Tulsa or whatever, you would be thinking about the goddamn Tulsa Storm or whatever they call it. No offense. I'm actually finna look that up. I'm sorry.
I think the team in Tulsa moved though. I think they moved.
The Tulsa Shock. No disrespect to the Tulsa Shock.
Are they still there? Or did they move?
Nah. Oh no, they were. Yeah, they.
I think Tyler played. I mean, not Tyler. Skylar played.
Yeah, they're not there anymore.
Yeah, I think Skylar was on Tulsa and like, nah, she moved to. I forget what team she's on now.
Hold on, are they still there?
I don't think so, bro. I think they moved. I'm pretty sure they moved.
Yeah, they're done. Yeah, they were. Yeah, so that's also why I didn't remember that.
She played for Dallas now. But
okay, but all right, cool. Let's go ahead and let's actually talk some more NBA action. We had a random conversation about this because I said that Nikola Jokic is the best passing big man ever. I believe it. I'm gonna stick with it. I've never seen a big man, number one, put up the volume of assists that he does. Number two, make the passes that he makes. He's not a very athletic guy, so even like a Larry Bird, a young Larry Bird was very athletic.
You want to say very athletic?
He was very athletic. He was booming motherfuckers before he hurt his back.
Come on, G, he's like 6'10".
Google some fucking Larry dunk.
He's fucking 6'10". Yeah, he was booming people. He's goddamn 6'10". Look. I'm mad.
I'm not saying he got Vince Carter.
Real quick.
He was athletic. Larry Bird wasn't athletic.
He was decent.
Larry Bird was athletic. Stop that, G.
He wasn't ground to the floor, but I don't want to call him athletic.
Larry Bird was athletic until he fell and hurt his back.
He wasn't ground to the floor.
Well, the numerous times he fell and hurt his back.
I don't want to call him, he hurt his back like doing work for like his mom.
I can believe it, but I'm sure he hurt his back way before that.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't want to say.
In terms of the stress he put on it, diving over the scores table. That was back when there wasn't even that many seats back then. So if you fell, you just fell on concrete.
On people.
At least now, like you fall on people in chairs and shit. But back then, but whatever. So I think Jokic is my number one.
Do you have a list?
Big man. I do have a list.
What's your list?
Gonna make you mad, but go ahead. Do your list first. You gonna do 10 or how many you gonna do?
I did 5. What you do 10?
I mean, it's fine.
I did 5.
Okay, go ahead.
I can get to 10, but
no, go ahead. I mean, I got 10, but go ahead.
Okay. So start like the word ever is just like so hard to me. Like I don't
care. I speak in absolutes. You don't have to speak in the same manner in which I speak.
I got it. Here's how I personally have it.
Do you, G?
First half Sabonis. From everything I've heard about Sabonis, and from anything that you hear about anybody who was around,
first?
Yes,
no,
is Sabonis. I mean, even when he came to the NBA, he was still cold, still a great passing big man, and that was I think after 2 bad Achilles. I think he tore it once or something like that, and he came into the NBA after that. So that really wasn't even. We never saw prime Sabonis in the league because like you couldn't. It was a thing like the USSR. You couldn't come over to the NBA. So I got Sabonis first.
But how can you say that, bro? Come on, G. The man was averaging 2 assists. This man Jokic averaging 7. G.
But look,
Jokic averaging more assists than Lonzo Ball.
Listen.
Come on,
They weren't. Listen. They weren't running offenses through. They weren't running the offense like that back then. So like, yeah, Jokic is averaging 7 assists, but he's allotted way more opportunities to do that than some of these other guys were.
Because he's a great passer.
I mean, yes, but these guys were great passers too.
Who's the best passer on the Nuggets?
Jokic.
Okay, then that's why he's the number one passer.
I mean, hold on, wait, real quick. Who's the best passer?
If Draymond was playing on the Nuggets right now, he would be the best passer on the Nuggets.
Would he?
Yes, he would.
Would he?
No, well, not with you.
Would he?
Well, hold on, wait a minute. I'm saying.
I know, but would he?
Instead of Jokic,
would he?
Yes, he would.
Would he?
Yes, he would.
Would he?
Yes, he would.
Would he?
Instead of Jokic, yes, he would.
Who's the best passer on the Warriors?
Huh?
Who's the best passer on the Warriors?
The best passer on the Warriors is Steph Curry.
Second best passer on the Warriors.
Second best passer on the Warriors is Draymond Green.
You're lying. It's Kevin Durant.
No, it's not.
Kevin Durant.
No, it's not.
It's Kevin Durant.
No, it's not.
Think
I'm taking Iguodala over Kevin Durant.
I'm not.
I think Iggy is a better passer than Kevin Durant. KD just has more opportunities because he has the ball in his hands.
I'm not.
Iggy, yes.
That's also like one thing I learned.
Iggy is a great passer.
That's also like one thing I learned watching the game. KD is a very amazing passer. KD, like when you like the one thing that he said that he was looking for more was like where the double was coming from and how to get the ball like out of. out of his hands quicker without putting it on the ground. KD is like, you could just see him like, okay, like, yo, he was directing people, like he was really playing point guard, but also still giving them 38 points. So no, Kevin Durant, I think Kevin Durant honestly is the best passer on the Warriors.
Kevin Durant is not a better passer than Nikola Jokic.
No, he's not. But Jokic is top 5 passer in like the league right now, probably.
He's the best center passer ever.
I see, but like that's the thing. I don't want to say ever.
He's the best big man passer ever. Best power forward center passer ever.
I don't want to say ever.
He is ever.
I don't want to say ever.
He is ever.
But real quick, let me get to my list. So I got Sabonis 1. Next, I got Hakeem. Hakeem next.
Okay.
Third, I have Bill Walton. Then I have Jokic. Then I actually have Wilt Chamberlain.
No.
If you look at Wilt's assist numbers, they are fucking insane. Now they may be because this man had the ball all damn day because he's fucking Wilt Chamberlain, but his assist numbers were crazy, and I think that Hakeem could average whatever the fuck he wanted in assists, which is why I have him second. And Bill Walton, great passer as well. We just didn't really get to see too much of prime Bill Walton because he broke his foot.
No, my top 5 is number 1. I got Nikola Jokic. Number 2, I got Kevin Durant. Number 3, I'm sorry. Not Kevin Durant. Kevin Garnett. Number 2, I got Kevin Garnett.
See, I was doing centers though.
No, I said front court.
Okay, fair.
Front court. Larry Bird is not a front court player. Kevin Durant is not a front court. No, he's not. Come on, man.
I mean, like,
I'm not. He's a wing. I'm not counting him in.
That's technically front.
I'm not counting him with Kevin. With Kevin Garnett. Yes, come on. Okay. You know what I'm talking about. Stop this. Stop it. We're not finna sit up here and argue nomenclatures. You know what I'm talking about. Stop this.
I'm just saying. If you say front court,
I'm talking about the big man. Technically, what was the name of this list? Passing big man. Is Larry Bird a big man? No. Shut the fuck up. Stop this. Stop this. Blasphemy. Number 4, I got Kareem. Kareem, you wild. And Kareem averaged 5 assists one season. None of those guys that you was talking about, including Hakeem, ever averaged 5 assists. Then number 5, I got Bill Russell, actually. Number 6, I got Chris Webber. Number 7, I got Vlade. Number 8, I got Sabonis. And number 9, I got Karl Malone. And number 10, I got Al Horford. Karl Malone got 4,000 assists, huh?
You ain't got Hakeem on this list?
Not over these guys, no. Look at Hakeem's passing numbers. I'm sorry. Like he eclipsed like 3 assists. I don't let me go back and look at it because I literally just had it up. No, like he was a great.
But I don't think that
he was a great passer for a center. But I'm not saying he was a better one.
But see, I like
some. Okay, he averaged 3.6 assists. But no, I'm not gonna say he's better. That's my opinion though. It's my opinion.
But see. My thing with this is like. He always, like, you have Sam Cassell in this team, you got point guards, you got guys, you had Kenny Smith, so you got guys to take the ball out of his hands. Like, it's not running through him all day.
Magic Johnson was on the team with Kareem. Kareem still averaging 3, 4, 5 assists.
That's fair.
That's not an excuse. I don't want to hear that. That's
but
legit
still,
not
like,
an excuse.
but still, it's like 2 ball handlers on the Lakers really 1 main ball handler on the Lakers as opposed to on the Rockets team.
I'm not saying he don't deserve to be on there.
That's fair.
Because actually, I had Wilt actually at my number 3 over Tim Duncan, but then I took Wilt. But then I literally took Wilt out because I was like, Wilt got so many buckets. He had no other choice but to pass the ball sometimes.
Feel you.
Like, you know what I mean?
Now,
if you averaging 50, you better at least have 7 assists.
G. You got the ball a lot to average fucking 50. See, I was going to put Tim Duncan on my list, but I only did 5. Now, if we extend it to 10, I would have... And
don't get me wrong, I mean, Hakeem would be like 12. He would be like 11, 12 to me.
No.
Yeah.
Again, like, when we, like, talk about skill, I think that Hakeem is the most skilled big man ever. So I can't put the most skilled big man ever outside of the top 5 when it comes to passing. I think that whatever Hakeem wanted to do on a basketball court, he could do. Didn't the man have a fucking quadruple double? He did. Him and David Robinson. And also, you don't have David Robinson on there. So if I extend past that, I would say Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Vlade Divac, Kevin Garnett.
I got a hot take.
My 10th spot, man.
I got a hot take.
My last spot.
Oh man, I got a hot take.
You know what? I'ma actually put Shaq on there. You might hate that, but I'ma actually put Shaq on there.
I'm not upset at that.
Shaq on there. So if I go outside of 10, I think I said David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, Vlade, and Kevin Garnett. If I'm not mistaken, that's what I said.
I got another hot take. Boris Diaw is a better passer than Hakeem Olajuwon. No, but listen, the numbers agree. G. The numbers agree. G. The numbers agree. All right, look. So this is why Boris Diaw is a better passer than Hakeem Olajuwon. Number one, total assists. Boris Diaw with 3,684. Hakeem Olajuwon with 3,058. G.
Stop reading. Stop reading them numbers, bro.
Minutes played.
Stop reading them numbers, bro.
Minutes played.
No.
Boris Diaw.
No. Get off of basketball reference.
Boris
Get off
Diaw.
of basketball
28,768.
Get off of basketball
minutes played. Hakeem Olajuwon. 44,000 minutes, bro. Hakeem played 44,000 minutes. He played a whole 17,000 more minutes than this man and got 600 less assists.
Real quick. So you honestly believe
Boris Diaw is a better passer than him? Yes. I didn't say he's a better player. A better passer? Yeah.
So you honestly believe there's something on the basketball court that Boris Diaw does know?
Yes.
Do you want to know why he averages more assists? Because he can't fucking score as good, so he gotta pass the ball.
No,
that don't mean he a better passer.
That's for you. That's your excuse.
So
Boris Diaw is a better passer than him.
So you
Is Boris Diaw considered to be a front court player?
Yeah.
Are you?
He's not a better passer.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Now, for all you ones people that will say he's a shooting guard, he was a shooting guard for the first 2 years of his career.
But he gained like 50 fucking pounds.
But for the last 12 of his career, he was a power forward.
No.
And he every year averaged more assists than Hakeem. He finished his career with 600 more assists, and he played 17,000 less minutes.
That's dope.
Boris Diaw is a better passer than Hakeem Olajuwon.
No, he's not.
That's gonna be the title of this episode. Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he is not.
Yes, he is.
No, he is not.
Yes, he is.
There's not a single thing on the basketball court that man does better than Hakeem. He just can't score as good, so he can't fucking dominate scoring, so he has to pass the ball more because that's his best skill. He is not better than that man.
Yes, he is.
No, he is not. Mm-hmm. You're wild.
No, I'm not.
You're wild.
No, I'm not. It's a real take. Even his per 36 minutes. Actually, Hakeem per 36 minutes with his assists they go down.
Yeah, because he's probably playing more than 36 minutes.
Exactly. That's exactly why Boris Diaw is a better passer than him. Yes. Boris Diaw. Yes, we got a whole 6,000 more. I mean 600 more. Whole 600 more assists. Yes, bro.
I don't care.
Boris Diaw is a better passer than Hakeem.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. You ain't even have Boris Diaw on your list. Boris Diaw was like number 13 on my list.
No. I would put Embiid before Boris Diaw.
No, Embiid is not a better passer. No, he's not.
I'm putting guys that get doubled there before because you have to pass out the double team and make quick reads to find somebody. Diaw never had to deal with that, so I'm not putting him up there. Which is why I put Shaq on my list because he's getting doubled. People are rushing at him, so you got to find a man.
Diaw also Hakeem's in the playoffs for 15 of his career seasons. Diaw was in the playoffs for 10 of his career seasons. Diaw has 382 assists and 3,144 minutes played. Hakeem has 458 assists and 5,749 minutes. Like, I'm sorry, Diaw was a better passer than him.
No, he was not.
Yes, he is.
No, he was.
He's a better passer than him. That's all I said. I didn't say a better player. He's a better passer.
Wrong, and it's disrespectful for you to say that.
It's not disrespectful.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no, it's not.
Look, bro.
I would rather you argue me that he's a front. I mean, he's a shooting guard, or he's a small guy that he's not a front court player. Than for you to argue me that.
No, bro. Diaw never.
If I need passes, give me Diaw. If I need everything else, give me Hakeem.
Do you see how that sounds?
If I need passes,
do you see how that sounds?
If I need passes,
no.
If I need passes,
no.
Yes. If I need passes,
you're talking about a man who passes out of fucking double teams because people are fucking conversion at him because he's giving you 33 points a night. You have to be a good passer. The Rockets don't even work and win 2 rings if Hakeem ain't a good passer. They literally surrounded the man with shooters.
Hakeem, when he averaged 33, he was averaging 4.5 assists in the playoffs.
They won a ring that year.
Yeah, I know they won a ring. They won a ring in both of those years.
They don't, because that team doesn't work if he can't pass the ball. If he's not a great passer, that team doesn't work.
No, of course it doesn't work because he's Hakeem. But I'm sorry, Diaw's a better passer.
Okay, but speaking of big men, so the Nets Sixers series, it is now 3-1.
Yep. Shout out to my son Ben Simmons for not letting me down.
So question, because I think that this is a question that is like gonna, depending on like how far the Sixers go and what continues to happen with this team now and in the future. I think this is the question that's gonna start arising. Do you think the Sixers are better without Joel Embiid?
No. Y'all need to stop. we see my son. He can do everything, but he can't score. But also, with that being said, I don't know what type of other big man you would want if you're Ben Simmons than a Joel Embiid. So he got to suck up his pride and he got to learn how to shoot. The only reason why they don't work is because he don't know how to shoot. So they both playing and operating in the same space. But Embiid can shoot, so Embiid, rather than Ben Simmons, floats to the three-point line where Ben Simmons should be. If Ben Simmons was any other point guard, he would be playing every time at the top, but he doesn't. He usually will either takes it from the top or kind of that three-quarter mark, get him a nice little pick and roll. He get downhill, you can't stop him. Or he throw a pass. If you shrink the floor on him, then he gonna throw it out to somebody. They gonna shoot a three, or he gonna dump it to Embiid and Embiid get a layup. But if Ben Simmons could shoot, then like there is no conversation to be had. This falls on Ben Simmons. This don't fall on Joel Embiid. So I don't think that they play better without him. Obviously, you saw what he did in game 3. He's a monster, and Ben Simmons has to learn how to shoot, and that's just what it boils down to. He can do everything else on the basketball court. Literally everything else. To me, he is going to hit a all-star level in every other category, including blocks, steals, assists, rebounds. He's already an all-star, but I mean he's going to hit like true like peak form in about 4 or 5 years. But if he can't shoot, then he's no good. To me, and Embiid can shoot. To me, they do everything else. To me, they aren't better without Embiid. Like they're not a better team, but I think that with Embiid, I think that for one, you got to worry about Embiid's health. He's had the back issue, like coming into the league. I think he also broke his foot as well. Didn't he have feet surgeries as well? Yeah. Or was it just back? I don't know his injury. He had a whole bunch of surgeries. You got a computer in front of you. Look it up. He had a whole bunch. Let me look. Was it back or feet? Joel Embiid injury history. Foot surgery. I see Joel Embiid foot surgery. Yeah. So yeah, foot surgery. He also got some put in his contract about his back. He had 5 doctors. His foot surgery involved 5 doctors. Whatever. He had 2 surgeries on his right foot. He's had like 2 surgeries on his right foot. So now he got the knee tendonitis. So you have to worry about his health. But I think it's just a clash of styles. I think that, like, again, we always remember, go back to last year when they went on that 18 little game win streak that they went on. It was who wasn't there? 14. Who wasn't there? Embiid wasn't there. It was Ben Simmons and a whole bunch of shooters. I think that, call me crazy, but I think that Ben Simmons is the better prospect and the better player. Of course. It's just that, like, take the guy that's going to be better than LeBron. It's just that Embiid is so dominant and a better player right now that Simmons doesn't really get to, like, spread his wings enough. I personally think. I know Ben Simmons can't shoot, but this is what I'm saying. He doesn't but this is look. That's his fault though. But listen. This is why it's a clash of styles, because if you honestly with Ben Simmons, if you're gonna build around Ben Simmons, you wouldn't have Embiid there. But you're never gonna build around Ben Simmons as long as he can't shoot. I disagree with that. I'm not building around somebody that can't shoot. It doesn't. But real quick though, he's not Giannis. But listen though, it doesn't matter that he can't shoot. Here's why. He's a 6'10". Like, if he gets the ball and gets flying up in transition and runs straight to the rim, you cannot stop that man from getting in the paint. His body is not going to be durable enough for that. He'll be fine. He had injury history. He'll be fine. He had a broken foot. Am I wrong? But that's because he put on 40 pounds. Okay, so what? No, I don't know. He's not going to be able to take that punishment, and all he's going to do is get fatter and get doughier. And I don't need him to get fatter and get doughier. I don't think. Unless Ben Simmons is going to convert to a power forward, then no. But look, he's kind of like playing when Embiid isn't there, he pretty much takes the post presence. He's the guy setting the screens for people. That's because he's the guy playing on the block. I agree, but look, he's not a better player than Embiid at this point in time. No, so he's not going to keep him. He's not. But over Embiid, he's not. So he better sit his ass there and shut up. He's not. But listen, again, I just think it's like a clash of styles. Again, I think the perfect way to build around Ben Simmons, you get a whole bunch of shooters, get that man the ball, let his usage rate be 40%, and go out here and let that man average a triple double. He's not going to be effective with a 40% usage. I disagree with that. No, he's not. He can't shoot. It doesn't matter. Yes, it does. It doesn't, bro. Yes, it does. You know what we're gonna do? We gonna play you head up. and let you do what you want to do, and like you all said, I can go 2 for 2 with anybody, and he shoots like 60% from the free throw line.
He don't need.
No.
Listen. Obviously, listen.
And I said Ben Simmons is gonna be better than LeBron, but the only way he's gonna be better than LeBron is if he learn how to shoot.
Listen,
he got to go out there and learn how to shoot.
I think to me he just needs to know, bro.
He cannot shoot the basketball.
I think to me
I shoot 3-pointers better than Ben Simmons.
I think to me he just needs to get a better post game, and that's the issue. Like if he had more post moves, this would be fine. Post moves. Post moves and the fact that he can't. If he could get up to about 75% from the free throw line, 75-80% from the free throw line, I don't think him not being able to shoot would matter as much. But the reason why it matters is because playing with Embiid, both of them occupy kind of like the same arenas on the court, which is why you see when Embiid isn't there, Ben Simmons has great games. Because that person down there isn't there to occupy that space. So
because he can't shoot.
But bro, I don't think him not being able to shoot is that big of an issue until you put it with him and Embiid. I don't think that they themselves.
You know why it's a big issue? Because they gonna stay together. They not you. We're not breaking it up.
Bro. I really
even
don't
coming
know,
off Ben Simmons' rookie contract, he's gonna be a restricted free agent. I don't give a fuck who offer you that max. I'm signing that goddamn that sheet. You're staying here unless Joel Embiid says I want to be traded. I'm not trading him. Unless Ben Simmons come to me and say I want to be traded, I'm not trading him. And even if he does come to me and say I want to be traded, I don't care. Sit your ass down there on the bench. You ain't Kyrie. Sit your ass there and learn how to play with him and get your ass in the gym over the summer and shoot some buckets instead of talking to Kylie Jenner. That's his biggest problem. We hear more about his tabloid life and like he's Tristan Thompson on Keeping Up with the Kardashians instead of actually hearing about him getting buckets in the summer. You know who we saw shooting threes in the gym in the summer? Andre motherfucking Drummond. You know who we didn't see shoot threes in the summer? Ben Simmons. I don't want to hear no more talk about this. Let that man learn how to shoot, and then you can talk to me about if they deserve to play together. He got to learn how to shoot. I feel Embiid, and it should be no goddamn reason why I'm this goddamn big and I can shoot threes better than you, and I know that I spend all summer in the gym and you spend it all summer running around Hollywood chasing tail.
But I don't think he's been all running around Hollywood.
He didn't spend it in the gym. I don't think
that's true.
I do.
I don't.
I said earlier on the podcast, on the podcast earlier this year, he just got a year older. That's it.
I don't think so.
Ben Simmons just got a year older this year. He just got a year older.
No, I just think that you can't fully see his game as long as he plays with Embiid because they're not the best pair to put together. First of all, Ben Simmons is really a power forward. Number one, he's just a power, but they just have him playing point guard. I think the way that you play with,
he's not a power forward. He's a point guard. He's been playing point guard from the start. Stop
this. No, stop that. He's been playing power forward up until he got to the league. Then they put him at point guard.
Yes, because he's a point guard.
But listen, I think the way you build around Simmons is you just get you saw it when they went on that win streak. You get a whole bunch of shooters to that man, run up and down the court. You play fast, pass the ball.
And then what happened in the playoffs?
But Embiid was
still had them shooters.
Embiid was back.
They were still running that international lineup with Embiid. And
Horford was killing, and Horford was destroyed. No, the international lineup wasn't terrible.
Yes,
it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't
year.
It was in the playoffs. It wasn't
terrible.
In the playoffs, it wasn't good.
It wasn't terrible.
In the playoffs, that lineup wasn't good. In the playoffs, that lineup wasn't good because they sagged off of Ben Simmons and just smothered the shooter.
And hold on.
And then they couldn't get into a rhythm. And then of course the Hall of Famer Al Horford was locking and beat up. No, get out of here.
And listen,
that lineup was not doing good. Ben Simmons got to learn how to shoot the same way Blake had to learn how to shoot. Blake was never going to unlock his full potential as an NBA player until he learned how to shoot. You know what he went out there and did? He learned how to shoot. That's all Ben Simmons need to do. Go out there and learn how to shoot. No. Don't tell me that it's a bad pairing when one of the persons is in pair and all he has to do is put his time in and dedicate himself in to learn how to shoot.
But my
even Giannis learned how to shoot.
My thing is, I think people make way too much about him.
They don't even respect the man. They play the man 10 feet off of the man. Of course, they don't play together when good in the same lineup. But we can sag off of them 10 feet. Greg Monroe got a better jump shot than Ben Simmons. This is the problem. Listen. He gonna stay there until he tell me he want to leave.
But listen, that's his fault. He's too big to allow anybody to guard him at the free throw line. What you do, you get your big ass, run full speed at them, and you fucking do a euro, make a move in the floor.
He can't shoot free throws. What are we talking about right now?
Listen to me.
Ben Simmons deficiencies, right?
Listen to me.
What are we talking about?
It's deficiencies, but listen to me.
How old is Ben Simmons?
22, 21? But listen to me.
What are we talking about?
Listen. I think people make too big of a deal about him shooting threes. Look, I think he needs to get a 15-foot game. He need to get something like that inside. So, look, get you a post game, learn how to learn how to shoot free throws better, things like that. But I don't think he needs a 3-point game. I don't. I think people make too much of that. I think he needs some post moves, and I think he needs to be able to shoot fucking free throws better. Those are the main thing that he needs to me. And I think he needs to be able to finish around the rim better. Get you some floaters, get you a game like that. You don't have to sit out there and shoot threes. You don't. You can, like, literally with him, if you want to, you can run the whole offense through the post and just get in transition.
You can't.
But again, I don't think
you just told me that he need to get better post moves. Make up your mind.
he need yes.
Look.
Yes, he needs to get better. He's still a very, very young player. He needs to get better. But I think people think that he needs to go out there and learn how to shoot threes. I don't think he needs to be taking threes. I don't want him taking mad threes. I don't.
He need to learn how to not have people be sagging 10 feet off of the man.
But if you get if you're able to shoot free throws better, and if you get a 15-foot game, they can't do that. Get you some floaters, get you something to work in. They can't do that. There's no reason that you that big you can sag off that far.
Sounds a lot easier to learn how to shoot threes a little bit better than it does to learn how to do 15-footers and floaters and all that other shit that he ain't been doing with ease.
It's all around
his
the rim.
post game looks ugly because we all know he's still shooting with the wrong goddamn hand. He be fucking doing turnaround layups. I never seen anybody that big having to do turnaround layups because they don't know which hand to shoot the ball.
Those are the things he has to work on to me. I don't think it's the 3-point shot.
Ben Simmons will never achieve his full potential if he don't learn how to shoot. And I'm not gonna blame it on Joel Embiid.
I'm not blaming it on
Ben
Embiid.
Simmons got to get better. And I don't want to hear that can they play together. Yes, they gonna play together. You want to know why? Because I'm management and we got these contracts. And until you in your 7th year, after we didn't match whatever contract somebody else put on here, you got to stay here. And if you want to be disgruntled, we don't care. Go out there and play. Go out there and play. You got one of the greatest big men talent ever. And when he's hurt, you can do whatever you want to. You should relish the moment when he's hurt. Because honestly, they need more shooters around everybody anyways.
I do love Mike Scott, though.
If it was Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons and 3 shooters, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
That's also
so go out and get 3 shooters.
That's also one issue I think that they have. I think that they have 4 people who all need the ball.
Yeah, Jimmy's got to go. Jimmy's got to go, which he's going to be gone, which is fine. Go out and
use that money and get some more shooters.
Sign somebody that can shoot.
You need a 3-and-D wing.
See if you can get DeMar Carroll.
DeMar Carroll wouldn't be bad.
He wouldn't be bad for them. He gonna play defense and shoot dumbass threes. He gonna make them sometimes.
I mean, even honestly,
Middleton's not gonna go there.
I'm
not leaving Giannis. G. I'm averaging 17 right now.
The thing about it is money. Like, I don't know how much money Milwaukee's gonna offer him.
Middleton's gonna be averaging 12 points a game as a 76.
He's not gonna average 12 a game as a 76. He's
gonna be averaging 15. It ain't gonna be 17 and a half. I said this man gonna average 25 and a half in the playoffs.
He can average 17 in Philly, bro.
No, he couldn't.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't. He's averaging 17 right now in Milwaukee. He's the second shot taker on the team.
Is he? I don't know if he's the second shot taker every night on the team. though. I think some nights it's Bledsoe. They got a lot of people shooting the ball.
Actually, Middleton was averaging 8. He averaged 18, but he averaged 20 last year.
Yeah, exactly. He can go out there and get you 17 points. They just got more people to take shots this year.
Middleton this year is averaging 19 points per game. Come on, Middleton.
That's not gonna happen. But I don't even know why you made that bet. He's not.
Because he averaged 24.7 points per game.
Because there was nobody there to shoot the ball last year.
Ain't nobody there to shoot the ball this year.
That's a lie. You got Brook Lopez there. You got Bledsoe there. But Sterling Brown is even putting up shots. Hill is there. You got way more people.
He just ain't shooting as well. He only taking 2 less shots a game. But
that's a lot of less shots.
But he making 3.5 less.
But even taking 2 less shots a game is a lot of less shots. If those 2 threes, that's 6 less points.
He's shooting.
And also last year, hold on, wait. And last year they played 7 games, and last year actually he was the number 1 option on offense in the playoffs. It wasn't Giannis. All the big shots last year came from Middleton.
Yeah, but that's also why I thought that he was gonna get that. But all right,
I don't know.
Let's go ahead. You want to talk about who's the best player in the league? Best player in the league is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I disagree. I think the best player in the league. Now, granted, look, this could be biased because I just saw the man play, but it's Kevin Durant.
Because the man treated you.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You did, KD.
No, G, it's not. No, G, it's not.
Been your biggest fan. You treat the man. He
no, G, it has nothing to do with that. Like, look, G, this may be biased because I just saw the man play. You don't understand. I saw the greatest offensive performance I've ever seen in my fucking life. I don't think you understand, G. I really don't think you understand. I saw the greatest offensive performance I have ever seen in my entire life. Not just scoring, offensive.
I can't even remember all of the games that I went to, so I can't.
I'm not like G. The man was out there playing point guard sometimes. He played the greatest offensive performance I've ever seen in my life and was decent on defense. Nobody was giving a bucket. It's not great against the Clippers. Ain't really, besides Lou Will, Danilo, ain't really nobody there to give you buckets, but he was still also playing defense and defending pretty well. I think the best player in the league right now is Kevin Durant. I just think that he plays on the Warriors so he doesn't have to show I'm the best player in the league every night. But I think that realistically, if he wanted to, could average 37-7. He's done it before with the Thunder. When Russ went down, and when fucking Russ went down and they had traded away Harden, and Russ had the MCL issue. I think he got his second surgery. And I think that's he won MVP when he averaged 36-7. He can still do that. That guy is still there. I think the best player in the league right now is Kevin Durant.
It's not.
I don't think Giannis is there yet.
It's Giannis.
No.
It's Giannis.
I'm not going with Giannis still yet.
Yeah, Kevin Durant is not even a better player this year than James Harden.
I don't think Harden is the best player in the league though.
Yes.
I just don't think that. Like I'm not. Like,
he's number 2. Is Giannis 1, Harden 2.
And I fucking love Harden.
Steph Curry 3. KD 4. I don't even think KD is the best player on this team. So
I disagree with you.
And I've been telling you that forever.
No.
Yes. KD is not the best player on this team.
Shout out Steph. He's a great offensive player, but no, he's not KD.
He's a great offensive player, but he ain't Steph Curry.
He's not KD. He's not KD offensively.
He ain't Steph Curry.
No, the only thing Steph Curry does better than that man offensively is shoot threes, and that's where it stops.
Yeah, and this is why I can't give you the Giannis thing. Giannis more points. 6 more rebounds, same amount of assists.
Okay.
Taking 17.3 shots a game. KD this year took 17.7 shots a game, more shots than Giannis. Like, I'm sorry, give me Giannis. And Giannis is gonna win Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't know if he's gonna win Defensive Player.
Giannis is gonna win Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't know if he's gonna win Defensive Player of the Year.
Giannis is gonna win Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't think he should.
Yes, he should.
I don't think he should.
Giannis is gonna win Defensive Player.
Giannis to me is Giannis isn't a great offensive player to me yet. He's not there yet.
Huh?
He's not a great offensive player to me yet. No, I'm saying like Giannis to me isn't a great offensive player to me yet.
Yeah, he averaged 27.
He's dunking.
Oh my god.
He's dunking.
Oh my god.
Giannis isn't a scorer to me yet. God. Giannis is not a scorer to me yet. He's not. Giannis still has like 2-3 more levels to go. Now again, he can get there. But he's not a great offensive player to me yet.
Giannis's usage rate was only 3.2 higher than Kevin Durant's this year. But Kevin Durant still took more shots. Giannis gave you 6 more rebounds, 1.7 more points per game. I'm sorry. Cool. Give me Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Give me Kevin Durant.
Give me Kevin Durant.
Give me Kevin Durant.
I respect.
Giannis can't do it.
I respect KD's resume, and Giannis also gave me 1.3 steals a game and a block and a half a game.
Okay, Giannis can't do what I saw Kevin Durant do the other day. He can't do that. And
Kevin Durant can't do what Giannis can do.
Only thing he can't do like him is
Kevin Durant can't do what Giannis can do.
I disagree with that.
Kevin Durant can't. Kevin Durant just averaged 0.7 steals and 1.1 blocks.
The only thing that he can't do like he can is maybe rebound. But that's also because Giannis is playing the 4 and KD is playing the 3.
Yeah, Giannis is a better passer than KD.
I know he's not.
Yes, Giannis started out playing point guard. He is a better passer than him.
He is not. I really don't think he is.
Yes,
he's not. He just gets doubled in the paint and passes it out. Now, granted, he is a good passer, but he's not a better passer than Kevin Durant.
He's a better passer than Kevin Durant.
He's not a better passer than Kevin Durant.
I think he is.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Since he's hit his prime, which I would say was in 2016, 2017, he's averaged 5.4 assists, 4.8 assists, 5.9.
I just think that he has more. This is gonna sound hilarious, but more shooters around him. Now, obviously, the Warriors have better shooters, but it's 2 of them. It's 2 of them. The Bucks have a team full of shooters. Am I wrong? It's 2 of them.
Eric Bledsoe a shooter.
He shoot better than most people on the Warriors. He don't shoot better than goddamn Iggy.
Eric Bledsoe a shooter.
He don't shoot better than Iggy.
Eric Bledsoe a shooter.
Does he shoot better than Iggy?
Is Eric Bledsoe a shooter?
Does he shoot better than Iggy?
Is Eric Bledsoe a shooter?
A shooter, no, but he can hit a shot.
Okay then, stop it.
He can hit a shot.
Stop, geez, stop.
Brogdon shoot fucking 40%. You got Middleton out there.
Brogdon ain't even playing right now.
Still, he played fucking half of the damn season. And actually, he played fucking half of the damn season. Bledsoe can hit a 3. You got Brook Lopez out there. You got Middleton out there with you. Sterling Brown can hit a shot. George Hill can hit a shot. All these guys can hit a shot.
They shooters.
They can hit a shot.
Sean Livingston can hit a shot. Iggy can hit a shot.
They can't hit 3s like that. Iggy can hit 3s every now and then. Sean Livingston, you ain't never seen that man shoot a 3. Quinn Cook can't fucking shoot. Boogie really can't shoot either. He alright. Bogut ain't hitting no 3s. McKinney is alright.
This is the most ridiculous. The guy with the greatest, with two of the greatest shooters of all time, don't have more shooting than.
There's other people on the team.
Bro, stop that, man.
There's other people
Curry
on the
and Klay
team.
Thompson combined are better than any other team in the NBA shooting. Stop this.
Of course.
Stop this. Stop
But what
making
about the rest of the
excuses.
team?
KD treated you, and now you're trying to get back on the
No,
good
I'm not.
side.
It's not
you
even.
ain't gonna even see that man probably for another year. Get out of here.
It has nothing to do with
Stop
that.
that.
Literally, I swear to God, bro. I don't give a fuck about that shit, G. It has nothing to do with that. I don't think you understand, G. It has nothing to do with that. I swear to God, I don't give a fuck about that. What I saw was the greatest offensive performance I have ever seen that I've watched in my life. I think Kevin.
we know you a hype beast, so you just coming in on some hype beast shit.
Listen. You think Giannis is better than I think Giannis is?
No, I think Giannis is as good as he is.
I don't. I think people overrate him a little bit. He's nice. He's dope. But he has more levels to go.
No, he don't. He finna win MVP.
He has more levels to go.
So you win MVP and defensive
I don't
player
think he should
how
win
many more levels do
MVP.
you
I
have?
think Harden should win it.
No,
I think Harden
stop it.
should having a way better fucking season than Giannis. I don't think it's close. I think the way people vote on MVP is bullshit. The man missing his team for half of the season, going out to get you 36, 7, and 7.
The Bucks were hurt too.
No, they weren't.
The Bucks were
Not
hurt
like
to end the
him.
season.
Not like the goddamn Rockets.
The Bucks were hurt to end the season.
For like fucking 10
injuries
games.
are injuries, bro.
In the middle of the season.
Injuries
for like
are
10
injuries.
games.
To end the season?
And Middleton was out there.
Brogdon got
Middleton was out there.
Brogdon had
Lopez
that 90,
was out
50,
there.
40 season. What
That's
you talking
cool.
about?
That's one person.
Come on,
That's
man.
one
Stop
person.
This. That's how he's
That's
one of the
one
people you just
person.
said when you said they have shooters. Now all of a sudden him being injured don't matter.
No, but that's fucking one person. And he was hurt for like 10 games.
It's
it
not
wasn't
one
that
person.
long.
He's still hurt. He still ain't there.
G, we talking about the regular season. The MVP is not voted on based on playoff
It's
performance.
based on the whole season.
No, it's based on the regular season.
On the whole regular
and
season.
Harden's whole regular season has been better.
No,
Giannis put up the same numbers from last year.
No, it wasn't. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's
Look
not.
at the numbers.
He's
What
not
changed
putting up
from
the
last
same
year?
numbers from last year.
What changed from last year? Look up the numbers. What
He's
changed from last year?
averaging one more assist.
Wow.
2.5 more rebounds per game.
Wow. Because he playing the 4 now.
No.
Because he playing the 4 now.
0.8 more points per game.
Wow, 0.8. Wow. That's so many more points. One more point. Harden's averaging like 6 more points, bro. Harden's averaging fucking 6 more points.
Yeah, but Harden also has a usage rating of 13%.
That makes it more motherfucking amazing.
No, it doesn't.
Harden is having.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
no, it doesn't. That's why people don't believe he's the MVP. Because
that's bullshit to me.
No, we're not watching N1 basketball. We're watching NBA
you
team
say that,
basketball.
But he won 54 fucking games.
I don't
and also,
care.
Look,
you can yell
it's
and scream about it all day long. That's not gonna make me agree with you.
And it's not about who's on the best team.
You can yell about it all day long.
It's about who has been the best
That's not gonna make me agree
player.
with
It
you,
has been James Harden.
You can yell all day long, fam. That's not gonna make me agree with you. Giannis had the best season.
I disagree with you.
Giannis is probably gonna win Defensive Player of the Year and MVP.
I don't think he should.
Harden can't do that.
I don't think he should.
Harden can't do that.
He shouldn't win MVP.
You know who else can't do that? Kevin Durant can't do that.
He shouldn't win MVP.
Kevin Durant can't go out there and win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. No, he can't.
Remember the first year he came to the Warriors, he was getting Defensive Player of the
I don't want to hear on first year he came to the Warriors. No, I don't want to hear that.
I still can't tell you. Nobody has still told me one person. Giannis
and you still ain't told me nobody that Kevin Durant locked down.
Giannis goes out there.
Who is Kevin Durant locking down?
Nobody.
Who is Paul George that locking down? You keep saying he slowed down Harden. I don't see it.
He did. Every time he plays hard, he slows down hard.
He can't even slow down CJ McCollum.
He's hurt right now. He's hurt right now. He's hurt right now.
So his shoulder got something to do with
it? Yes, motherfucker. I can't go around screens. If we send screens and my shoulder hurt, yes, it does. If my shoulder is literally hurt.
That's your excuse for PG? That's your excuse for why he getting cooked?
I think the man's shoulder really hurt.
CJ and Dame out there leaving him.
I think the shoulder is really hurt.
Yeah,
I think that man's shoulder is hurt.
His shoulder ain't got nothing to do with his feet. He can stay in front of them. Yes,
if we're setting screens, and I got to get around screens.
All you got to do is do this. Come on, man.
If we're setting screens.
Put your arms on your side.
If we're setting screens and my shoulder's hurt and I'm running in the screens and I actually have a bad shoulder, it definitely affects how I play defense.
That's weak.
It definitely affects. That's how he probably tore his shoulder up if his shoulder's really messed up.
Okay. No.
So
I'm not giving that man no excuses. If you out there on the court, go out there and play.
No.
Yes.
I'm not getting it.
Same with Blake. Blake out there on the court in game 3. If you out there on the court, go out there and play.
I feel you, but at the same time, if your shooting shoulder is actually messed up, it's a legitimate thing. No, I think his shooting shoulder is bad.
Whatever. Every year we gonna argue injuries excuse for PG. I'm done with that. But let's go ahead. Let's talk Dame versus Russ. Speaking of PG, OKC came back, even the series up.
No, it's not even.
I'm sorry. Not even the series up. It's 2-1. They're gonna even the series up. I believe them. I think your phone is going on. They're gonna go up. So I think that Russ versus PG is an interesting matchup. Number one, just because it's just funny to see those guys kind of like I told you, good Russ, bad Russ. PG has shrank again under the pressure. I don't care about his shoulder. Get to the rim. Nobody can stop PG from getting to the rim.
Get to the rim. When you get to the rim, lay the ball up. You're 2 feet away.
I mean, but again,
No, get to the rim. He just want to stand out there and cross people up and shoot
I mean,
and shoot threes.
You say that, but like, look at their team. Like, if you also think about it, he's really the only floor spacer.
Yeah, but
out there,
but he's also the number one option on offense. So
I understand that
his job is to go out there and get buckets. Regardless of circumstances.
I think that
you shouldn't have been telling me Giannis only dunk, but guess what? I know Giannis gonna go out there and give me them buckets.
That's fair.
I need PG to go out there and give me them buckets, and PG got a better package than Giannis. So he should be able to go out and give me buckets regardless of the circumstance. I don't want to hear no excuses for Paul George. Russell Westbrook and Dame Lillard, this has been a great matchup, but Russ has been getting thoroughly outplayed.
I mean, to be fair, Paul George,
he's been getting thoroughly outplayed. That man Russ was shooting 10% before game 3.
That was terrible from 3.
10% from 3. Terrible. Like, I don't want to, it ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
Game 3 he played much better though. He played much better in game 3.
He played much better, but he also put up more shots, which I think is something that he needed to do. But also, he shot the ball better. Russ has been shooting the ball terrible all year long. I told you, what are we gonna get? Good Russ, bad Russ. We got good Russ in that game. My prediction, number one for the Celtics Pacers is gonna be wrong. But in terms of that series, I was wrong about that. The Blazers are gonna win the series, and I think in Game 4 they come out and they gonna steal it. I don't think this goes back even. I think Dame and CJ both know that if this thing goes back even, then it's gonna turn. It's not that's over with. It can turn into a 7-game series, and I don't want to get them the momentum. I said that OKC will win in 6. I'm still gonna pick them to win in 6, but I do fear that they're probably gonna lose Game 4. And it's gonna be over with. I thought that they would be 1-1 going back. Into OKC, maybe split it and then take game 4. I'm sorry, Game 5 and 6.
I mean, I just think that both of these guys are taking this matchup personally. If you just look at the echelon of point guards, right? Like, which is why this playoffs is so exciting to me, and like we'll get into that next. I want to get Urkel on, so we'll get into that next. But like this playoffs is like we fighting for positioning. As far as like the new generation of the league, like you got to realize like the 2010s are basically at this point over with.
Yeah.
So if you look at like this decade, right? Okay, so you say who's been the 2, I guess, top dog point guards of this decade? Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook. Of this decade.
Yeah.
They the 2 MVP winners that play point. Well, I mean D Rose, but that's so far away.
No, it's not. He won the MVP.
Okay, fine.
He won the MVP within the last decade.
Okay, fine.
He won the MVP in the 2010s.
Okay,
we are not over with the 2010s.
So D-Rose, So D-Rose, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
Those are the guards, right?
D-Rose also dropped 50 points this year, so he's not irrelevant.
So listen, D-Rose, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook. Those are the guys. D-Rose, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook.
Giannis ain't got no moves. You just see what he just hit that man with. He hit that man with a hesitation move, crossed him up and laid the ball up.
He's getting better. But listen, okay, so those are the 3 best point guards. Like I think we're moving to like these guys weren't yet in their primes. Like Dame is just now moving into his prime. Like obviously Steph and Russ, those guys are already 30. If I'm now, I think Steph is 31 and Russ is already 30. I think Dame is just now moving into his prime. Dame is like 27 years old, 27, 28 years old. Same with Kyrie. I don't think these guys are 30 yet. So these guys are fighting.
Dame is 28.
Exactly. Moving into his prime. I think 28 is when you begin your basketball prime. To me,
I don't agree with that. I personally think it's 26, but
I don't think G. I think like.
But I also can't say that because Dame was an all-star. Well, I mean, Dame wasn't as good in those years.
Exactly. That like this is like Dame is taking himself to a different echelon, especially after that embarrassing situation last year. Like it's a fight. Like it's an actual fight for no. I want your spot. I want people to look at me how they look at you, and I want to embarrass you in the process.
Yeah.
Like again, we gonna come back next year, and now granted, I think Kyrie Irving.
You did say Dame's gonna average 30. He's averaging 30.3 through 3 games. So shout out to you.
Again,
that was great.
Like look,
opinion.
I think that next year, like you can even just tell, even like looking at what Kyrie's doing. Like I think that next year, coming into the season, depending on what else happens in the playoffs, that could be a real. Grant. I think it's already Kyrie, but amongst people, that could be a real discussion about who the best point guard in the NBA is. If not who the best, who the second best. Like I think we
second
moving.
best point guard in the NBA is Dame Lillard.
But again, I don't think that's
Dame
like
Lillard been doing on his own team.
I don't think that's a well respected thing amongst everybody. It's not a definitive answer because Dame plays in Portland. So
because you feel that way.
No, look, I fuck with Dame. If you want to say he's second best, I don't care.
His numbers been better than Kyrie.
Fine, whatever.
Forever.
I don't care.
Forever, literally forever.
Listen. I don't judge everything based off numbers. I judge things based off skill. When I look at things, I think Kyrie Irving again is the most skilled point guard as far as skill that I personally ever never seen.
If Dame was playing if Portland was in the Eastern Conference, Dame Lillard would probably be a 6-time All-Star at this point in time. And currently Dame Lillard is 4-time. He would be a 6-time All-Star.
I'm not gonna argue with you. Dame is one of my personal favorite players. I fucking love watching Dame Lillard playing, and Dame is showing like Dame. I think that next year Dame could be winning MVP. I think that Dame is getting himself to that level now. So I think that this is look, bro. I think that this is a fight for who is. I think he wants his spot, which is why his matchup has been so compelling. I think that he wants his spot and wants to embarrass him while he's at it. And again, I think the Blazers have real conference finals aspirations. I've been saying this shit since like fucking February. Now I wavered a little bit when Nurkic broke his leg because of obviously Kanter, like defensively, I was worried about him defensively. But he's answered the bell. Also, Myers is playing much better. Zach Collins is playing, but I think they had them both in the game at the same time in Game 3. Played great. So I think that the Blazers have very real conference finals aspirations. And again, man, I just think for Dame it's time. He's been underrated for a very long time because again, you play in Portland. Like even on the East Coast, those games come on super late. I don't think people too much tuning into like Portland games. So he's been a little bit underrated. But I just think it's time. So that's why I think that this matchup between them has been so heated. Because I think he wants his spot. But I love it. Like this to me is like what this feels like. Like this playoffs feels like the 90s in many ways.
All right, next topic.
No,
I'm not finna know the fuck it don't feel like the 90s. What? The 90s?
Bro, like, look, man, bro, I think we got legit people out here who do not like each other. It feels like the basketball that we grew up on. Now, obviously, you can't push and do, like, you can't, like, not as far as, like, the play on, like, not as far as, like, the physical nature of the play. But I think that just like the rivalries and like the things that are growing feels a lot like the basketball that we grew up on. I think that we're moving. I think that this playoff is like the beginning of like the
Jared
next
Dudley
era.
and Joel Embiid is not a rivalry. Stop.
But no, but look, listen.
Oh man,
listen.
Can we move on to the next topic?
No, stop, because listen, I'm not just saying that, but the Nets and Sixers could be a rivalry in the future. They're not that far away from each other. They're just an hour away from each other. That could be a rivalry. Thunder, Portland could be a rivalry. These teams could see each other for a while. Clippers, Warriors could be a rivalry. These teams could see each other for a while. I think we're moving into a new era of basketball. I just do. And I think that this is why it's so exciting. That's why this matchup is so exciting. We can see this matchup for a minute.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the Pacers Bucks for a minute because I don't want to waste my. Pacers. You put it down as Pacers Bucks. Pacers Celtics for a minute. Super quick. It's over. I said it was going Pacers. I said the Pacers in 6. The Pacers have done everything possible to lose those games. It is what it is. They don't have enough shooting. They don't have a go-to guy, and they just haven't been playing well and executing under pressure. And that's what it boils down to. They didn't have a great record after the All-Star break. It makes sense. It is what it is. Congratulations, Kyrie played a great game. First series as a winner, but I have no analysis for the series. The series is over.
I think that the Pacers can maybe sneak out Game 4 and make it a 5-game series. But yeah, I'm with you. The series is over. But the Pacers just have had some horrible mistakes at like the worst possible moments. Like even in Game 3, I think it was like a 6-point lead or a 4-point lead, and they could have cut it to 2 or 4. And Thaddeus Young is on the break and then just like gets the ball. I don't know what he tries to do, and the ball just bounces off the backboard. And they were on a run. I feel like that was a huge turning point in that game. I think they came down, got a bucket, and then it went to being like a 5-point game after that. But yeah, I'm with you. I just think that they don't have enough scoring. It sucks that Oladipo got hurt because this is a team that if Oladipo doesn't get hurt, you may be looking at them going to the conference finals. If Oladipo doesn't get hurt. But again, shout out Kyrie. Again, I think Game 2, I will say it again, was Kyrie's best game as a pro. I think that Jaylen Brown showed me a lot in Game 3. Jaylen Brown's offense finally woke up. I think he's been decent defensively pretty much the whole series, but I think his offense woke up in Game 3. I think he only missed like one shot, had like 24 points and missed like one shot if I'm not mistaken. But I still think Boston needs to play better. They came out and jumped on them early in Game 3, didn't let them kind of like catch up. They went through that little like offensive lull that sometimes happens to Boston. And like they did, like this is cool against Indiana, but when you going to play the Bucks next round, you can't be playing like that. So I mean, yeah, like it's like they gonna win this series and that's dope, but Boston still has to play much better. And I think that the loss of Marcus Smart will hurt them a lot next round. I think it already hurts them this round, like you see guys like Tyreek Evans will catch fire for a second, or Brock Bogdanovich will catch fire for a second. I don't know if all this would be happening if Smart was there. I think he would help them a lot defensively, as well as with his playmaking. I think they also miss his playmaking, and just like he does some of like the little things, like the getting you on balls and getting to that loose ball, getting to that loose rebound, some of the things that you really can't replace that don't show up in the stat sheet. I think they'll really miss that a lot next round. But I'm with you. Like, yeah, I think that they blew their chances. I think that this very well could easily be like a tie series. They may even could be up 2-1 if they had a little bit of scoring and if they just capitalize on some of their chances better. So, yeah, that's my analysis with this series.
All right, cool. You gonna call in, I guess?
Yeah, I'm gonna call phone real quick.
All right.
So we bringing on Urkel. It's a guy we I don't think we argue with Urkel too much. We maybe argue with him like I want to say once a week. Warriors fan. We gonna call him, talk about the playoffs with LeBron. Without LeBron. See what he's doing.
Alrighty.
It's ringing.
I can't hear it.
I'm tweaking. That's cool.
Yeah, why did you? Yeah, what are you doing?
Worse. Wait. Worse. That was terrible.
This is Pavy making this awkward, by the way, not me. For the record. Alrighty, call it in, Urkel. Hello?
Yo.
Hello?
Yo, bro, what's up? HoopsNBrews.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, bro? Get your plug.
Shout out to that dickhead in the background
blowing the
his
horn. But yeah, man, get your plug in. Tell the people who you are. Tell the people where they can find you at.
Urkel9 on Twitter.
Yeah, this is the most hated guy by everybody on Twitter. I think people hate Urkel as much as people hate Pavy. So it's nice to have both of you guys here to annoy the shit out of me for the next 15 minutes. Let's go.
So I want to we got posed this question when I asked. I kind of know what both you guys are gonna say, but I want to like give both you guys answers. We got posed this question. The question is: are the playoffs better without LeBron?
I don't even notice he's gone. He's irrelevant. I told you last year it was the end of his run. I wasn't lying. I said it. I literally wrote a fucking article about it. Literally named "Goodbye LeBron," the end of an era. It was goodbye LeBron. It was the end of his era. His era is over. He's no longer that relevant. The only reason why he's relevant now is because he's a loser. Literally, the only reason why LeBron is relevant right now because he's a loser.
I disagree with you
because he's a loser. Because if he was in the playoffs right now, he'd be getting his ass smacked by the Spurs or something like that.
No, they would probably be getting.
They would be getting their ass smacked by the Spurs. They would be getting their ass smacked by the Spurs with Bi on the sidelines clapping and shit. Like, damn, we wish Bi was out there. That's literally would have been your excuse the whole season. I mean, the whole series. Bi was hurt. That's why they didn't win. Bi was hurt. Like, nah.
Urkel, what do you think? Are the playoffs better without LeBron?
They are better. But let's rewind for a second, right? So I remember the first playoffs I watched without MJ. It was 99, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The playoffs were exciting, right? But after watching MJ in the playoffs for like the last 10 years before, right? Well, except for 93 and 94, right?
Yeah.
So those 2 years I remember, like the playoffs, the season was dead, right? Like, you had Horace Grant and B.J. Armstrong making the All-Star team, right? So
hey, man. Horace could hoop. No Horace Grant slander.
Nah, Horace Grant slander.
No Horace Grant slander. No Horace Grant slander. Gee, I rock with Horace, bro. I rock with Horace. But continue.
Horace was a double dude, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, what I'm saying is that they made the league was dead, and you could feel it, right?
Mm-hmm.
99, it was the same thing. It was dead. Like, the Knicks made the playoffs, right? So there is a thing where, like, you have casuals watch the NBA, right? And casuals are, like, fans of LeBron, right? Like, he probably has the biggest fan base. Now, the dynamics of
Pavy's a
dynamics
LeBron
of like
fan.
1999. Oh yeah, he's definitely casual. I've seen some of his shit, but the dynamics of like 99, like compared to like 2018, is different because you have like 5 dudes, right? Like 5-6 dudes that are like legit stars. They're like their own brands and they come with fans, right? So I don't think it's that bad. The 30%, that was the regular season too. So is it that what, like the East Coast, East Coast audience was strictly watching LeBron? Maybe, I don't know. But I don't think it's something to react to. Like the audience is just gonna, latch on to like somebody like Giannis or whoever stays out east or whatever, So the NBA will market whoever they need to market, and then it won't even matter after a point. But they were going to stink because if you look at the Indiana series last year, like they're on the ropes. Like there were a few games like you legit wondered, like, oh shit, are the Cavs even going to make it out the first round? What the hell
I said
would
they was
happen?
gonna lose. I said they were losing 7, and LeBron was 4 minutes away from.
I mean,
bruh, and then we saw some dubious calls down.
Bruh, they wanted LeBron to go to that second round.
The goaltending call was a little bit. Well, no, the call that
They
wasn't
shafted him
goaltending,
out of that series.
goaltending. But
was that Scott Foster? No.
real quick, my opinion. Okay, so looking back at last year, I personally think LeBron had the best playoff run I've ever seen a human being have. That at least in my lifetime, since I've been watching basketball day in and day out. To me, that was the best playoff run I've seen a human being had. And he actually played not his best game because he lost the game, but it was going to be his best game, which was game 1 of the finals. Like that shit was probably LeBron's best game.
Thank you for finally admitting that it wasn't his best game.
I will probably say like the Boston game was like his best game just because he won the game and just like the look in his eyes, it's fucking legendary. Like you knew from the look in his eyes, like yo, we're not going. And also like if he loses that game, the talk around LeBron's legacy is completely different.
The talk around, no, it's not. It's the same as
no, it's not. No, it's not.
We was calling him we called him a choke until he ran to Miami. Stop.
Come on, man. Stop. If he loses that game, the big 3, somebody gets traded away. Like I remember they was talking about, yo, should we trade Dwayne Wade? Should we trade Chris Bosh? Like shit was gonna change if they lose that game and go down. What was it? I think they were down 3-2.
Yeah. And
that was game 6. Yeah. So besides that, I think game 1 of the playoffs last year was honestly his best basketball game. I've never seen that man do what he did offensively in that game in any other game. But the playoffs this year, we had this discussion right before we called you. Personally, I love it. I think that this is like the beginning of like a new era, and it like starts with this playoffs. So will you admit that I was right that it was the end of LeBron's era? I don't think it's the end of LeBron's era because I want to see what happens. Then don't call it a new era then. It's still his era. No, it's not, because you can still move into a different era of basketball. Like again, I'm confused. What's up?
You think he's gonna get better? I don't think he's better.
No, look, I don't think he's gonna get better, but I think that the Lakers as a whole can get better and get back into the playoffs.
His era is still over.
That's fair. Like it's not like fair. His era is over. Obviously the era of LeBron being the best player in the league, I think like that's gone. I don't think he'll be the best player in the league anymore. I do think that LeBron can come back and win MVP. I actually do think that if he can get the Lakers into the playoffs, depending on what moves they make this offseason. But
he should be able to get in there every year. But you would have been one of those people last year telling me that regardless of the team, they was gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was gonna get hurt himself. But real quick, I don't want to say the playoffs are better, but I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm missing watching LeBron play. I'm not. Like, you have guys like Harden. I'm excited to see what Harden's going to do. I'm excited to see what the Warriors are going to three-peat. The Dame Russ thing going on. I fucking love it. I'm excited to see what the Blazers are going to do. I'm excited to see what Kyrie Irving's going to do. I just think that there are so many new storylines in the playoffs this year that will affect the next 5 years of basketball that I don't really too much miss watching LeBron play. Maybe for the casual fan that's just used to cutting on the TV and seeing Bron. But even still, I think we got like exciting things for the casual fan. Like if you're up late and you want to turn on like the Dame Russ thing, like I think that's the thing you may be looking at. The Warriors are trying to three-peat. Like
LeBron is Hogan on the NWO at this point.
Tune in to the Warriors. You got Giannis. Like go watch Giannis. So I don't think that the playoffs are, as far as like the product on the court is suffering because LeBron isn't there. I don't think that. I actually have not.
Hold up.
What's up?
You just said something that I find interesting, right? Like, so you think like LeBron can win MVP again? I don't think there's a chance he can win MVP again.
Not a chance.
Nah, I do. Nah, I do. I really do.
Like James Harden, the way James Harden plays and the way they win, right?
Right.
He's gonna be like in the top 2 for like the next 3 or 4 years.
I agree with that, but the issue is that I agree with that, but the issue is like even you see with the media now, like people seem like to not like him play so much, and like
I mean, we media, and I don't like watching.
I love watching Harden play, and I think that people disrespect his performances so much that I don't know if he'll get the awards. Like I think I'll say this, I think Harden realistically could have 3 MVPs right now. I think he should have Steph's first one, and I think he should have this one. But I don't think that the media wants to. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
On,
yes, he did. Dwight was out there. What's up?
Let me go on a tangent right here. So
go ahead.
You think Harden deserved that? First of all, Steph won 67 games.
That's dope. That's dope. Like he had the best team. I don't think that I don't think team records should. I don't think that you should win it just because you had the best record. I don't. Steph had the healthiest team this year, had the best bench, and Harden had better numbers. And Dwight was hurt. And what you think of Dwight right now? Hold on, real quick. And what you think of Dwight right now is not what you thought of Dwight back then.
Dwight was on his way out, man. Like
everybody knew Dwight was on his way out.
And Harden.
That was the year before he got traded to the Lakers, right?
Dwight was on his way out. Like
no, that was the year after he got traded. No, that was. I think that was the first year, or maybe might have been the second year.
14. I think that was like his second or third year in.
I think his second year. Yeah. But I mean, but he was coming off an all-star performance though. Like he was an all-star the year before. So what you think of Dwight right now isn't what you thought of Dwight then, and he would still give you like 16 and 10. He was out half of the year.
Oh yeah, that was actually 2 years after he got traded.
He was out half of the year. Harden was keeping that team afloat with I think Chandler Parsons as like the second best player that year. No, I'm sorry, he deserved it.
Yeah, even when Dwight played the half of the year, he still gave you 15.8 and 10.5 a game. Like
I agree. He wasn't like Dwight wasn't
67 games. I'm sorry.
I don't care. I don't think that being on the best team or having the best record should get you the MVP. I always lean with the guy who did more with less and had better stats. It's not a team award, which is why I'm picking Harden over Giannis this year, and also why I picked Russ over Harden that year.
But hold up, if you're killing teams and you're not playing the fourth quarter, like
hold on, so wait, hold on, wait. Why do you credit all that to Steph? The bench wasn't good. When Steph go out, somebody got to keep the lead.
I mean, they were up by 20, 30 points. Like
somebody got to keep the lead, though. You see,
would hold the lead.
I mean, shit. The other night that didn't happen when the man went to the bench.
I mean, well, yeah.
Okay then. So okay then. Like you talking about probably also one of the. If you look at bench units in probably NBA history and championship teams, where do you rank that bench unit? You got Barbosa. You had Space. Barbosa was not terrible. Barbosa was very good. You had Space. You had Iggy coming off the bench. Livingston was even better back then. Like they had a very, very good bench unit. Somebody got to hold the lead.
I mean, let's not act like Harden's team was actually. Was like completely just devoid of talent. I mean, they had Ariza. They had Pat Bev. I mean, you got Harden. They still had Clint.
How many games did all them? I mean, but Clint was like a rookie then. Clint wasn't the Clint we know right now.
Totals. Pat Bev. Ariza played 82 games. Okay. Monte Unis that year on that team was very good on that team. Pat Bev.
Monte Unis played good that year too.
Yep. Pat Bev played 56 games. Jason Terry played 77 games off the bench. Corey Brewer played 56. Josh Smith that year played 55. Dwight 41, and then like Terrence Jones. That team wasn't a terrible team.
But they weren't there. I didn't say they were a bad team.
What do you mean? What do you mean? The only person that was hurt was Dwight.
What you mean? Beverly playing 50G. You read Mad 55s in there. You didn't just read that. You read Mad 55s.
Yeah, Josh Smith and Corey Brewer.
You said Patrick Beverly played 55
Didn't Josh Smith get released by the Hawks that year and then sign with them?
Nah, I think that was he got released by the Pistons, or he might get released by the Pistons after that. I'm not sure. But what did you say, Urkel?
Yeah, but anytime I look at these MVP races, I always look to the head-to-head, right? And I always look for validation in the playoffs, right? So anytime you had like a Steve Nash or one of those dudes winning, I always look for the validation in the playoffs. Like, it doesn't count but I pay attention to it, right?
Right.
And Steph kind of backed it up in the playoffs. Did you see his numbers in the playoffs against Houston?
Yeah.
They were off the charts.
Yeah.
So,
but it's not a
did he
playoff
back it
award,
up?
though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's also
I get
not.
what you're saying, but we every year we have these debates, right? Like, this dude should have won it, this dude tired his team, that dude didn't. He had a loaded team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I always look at the head-to-head, right? And then I look at the playoff performance. Like, did he deserve it? And, like, if you look at that 15 playoff run for Steph, it was unbelievable, right? Like, it was a stupid playoff run. So, I mean, he kind of backed it up, right? Like, he backed it up in the playoffs. I've seen Harden go to some playoffs, and he should have won the MVP or won the MVP. And although, you know what, like, I'll say this about Harden. I don't think he's played as bad in the playoffs as people think.
Okay, there you go.
Like,
I agree.
when I think people, when I think of people playing bad in the playoffs, I think of like a dude like T-Mac or Garnett, right? Dudes who would never get out in the first round.
Because we all know T-Mac was trash in the playoffs.
Man, why you gotta do
Thank
that
you,
to
Urkel.
T-Mac,
Thank you, bro. T-Mac was garbage in the playoffs.
They had that man out
and
there with Michael
he walked
Doliak,
around and act like he
had
went with Michael Doliak for his whole career.
They had that man out there with
He
Darryl
had
Armstrong,
Yao.
bro.
He had Yao. And
did
the one
have
year
Yao.
when he was hurt, Yao and them actually did better. Get out of here.
Okay, look.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
remember when T-Mac was up. I think it was 03 or 04, right? And I think back then it was like the 5-game format for the first round. And dude basically guaranteed, right?
Yeah, like guaranteed they was gonna win and they
he
lost.
Went up and it was like, yeah, man, it feels good to finally get out the first round.
And they see it to lose the next 3 games. Yeah. I remember
Yo,
that.
if Twitter were around back in like 03, dude, like he would have still heard about it. It's a good thing that people weren't tweeting back then. You know what I mean? Like, the slander would have been unreal, like, around back then.
That man would have been trying to drive over a bridge or something. It was like, no, T-Mac, no. For real. Because he was his ass.
T-Mac was legit. Like T-Mac, like, in terms of, like, getting stats and all of that, like, I think there was a point where
don't do this.
I used to think he was as good as Kobe.
Stop this.
Thank you. Thank you. I 100% agree. I think from 2000 to 2003, there was a legit discussion about who the best shooting guard in the league was.
I will not let that ride. No.
I agree with you.
No.
I agree with you. I actually thought he was better than Kobe from 2000 to 2003.
There was a legit argument, right?
No, there wasn't no legit argument. One guy got out of the first round, one guy didn't. There was never an argument. One guy was also balling while he had Shaq. Stop that.
I think T-Mac could have balled.
Stop that.
While he had
Stop
Shaq
that.
too.
That's disrespectful.
I think T-Mac could have
Shaq
balled while
was
he
the
had
best
Shaq
player in
too.
basketball, and Kobe Bryant was out there matching him damn near every night.
And I think T-Mac could have done the exact same
T-Mac couldn't
thing.
even get out the first round. Stop
Grant Hill
that.
couldn't
You
play.
think Kobe Bryant couldn't have got out of the first round? Michael
Possibly.
Doliak, fuck out of
Possibly.
here. Stop that.
Possibly.
Disrespectful as hell.
Possibly.
You're disrespectful.
I possibly do think
You
that.
disrespect the
I
game of
possibly do think
basketball
that.
by saying
I
this shit.
possibly do
You're
think that.
disrespectful.
I do think that.
You're disrespectful.
If Grant Hill could have been on the court, it would have been a different story.
Grant Hill ain't got nothing to do with it. Get out of here.
What's up?
Trash.
So, I think in terms of skill set, T-Mac was as good, but I'm a believer in that basketball at that level, like half of it is mental, right?
I agree.
I just think
100%.
Kobe had like the mental stuff over almost everybody, right? So, I mean, the dude won a championship when he couldn't even legally drink, and like it takes some like mental toughness, right? So I think that's what kind of separated him. Like, he wasn't like the best athlete, or
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, I think his skill was probably the best out of anyone.
I agree.
But he wasn't like head above, like skill wise, like he wasn't head above heels over T-Mac. He wouldn't tell you that. But like the mental part of it, like if you were like that series against Portland, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could see T-Mac folding in that series, right?
Fair.
Like they're down 15.
They were down.
And,
Yep.
like, the game against Indiana, right? Like, I
when
think
Shaq fouls out in his overtime.
I think T-Mac do some folding. Yeah, absolutely. So that was also the knock against LeBron too, right? Like, people used to say that LeBron didn't have the mental part of it, which I
still don't.
Totally agree with.
He still don't. He out there clanking free throws. He still don't.
So I don't disagree with that. Like I think I think like the mental part of it is like the biggest thing, right? So not many dudes have like that mental stuff where, you know, they can slow down their breathing and you know what I mean? They just have like a singular focus, right?
Yeah, it's a different level.
So I just think it's like a different approach. So that's why when somebody wins a championship, there's a reason why they won the championship, right? Because it's super hard to do. So I respect people who win championships. So, you know, that's where the mental part of it comes in my opinion.
Fair. But moving on, real quick, I want to get your opinion on this before we get you out of here. I want to ask you, have the Nuggets impressed you throughout this playoff run? Because personally, real quick, I thought that they were losing 6. I thought that they would fall down 3-1 today. They went into San Antonio.
When is today? What day are you talking about? Saturday?
Saturday. So obviously, I thought that they would lose the game on Saturday, and I thought that they would be going back to Denver down 3-1. They're not. They got the split. They kind of impressed me a little bit today. So I want to ask you, did the Nuggets impress you? Or have they impressed you at all?
They impressed me. Well, I expected that it was going to be bumpy, and it was bumpy. I think they have the better team. They have better defenders, right? Mm-hmm. But they just needed to get like those playoff cobwebs and get the noise out of their head, basically, because the minute that they hit that number 1 seed and the number 2 seed and people are like, we want Denver, they were saying that because they didn't know what playoff pressure was like. They didn't know how to adjust to it, but I think they've adjusted it.
Score,
Once I saw,
I agree. They don't have a go-to score.
Once I saw Murray like hitting those shots, then I was like, what was that, game 2? Once I saw him hitting those shots, I was like, yeah, the Spurs can't counter that. Like the Spurs don't have a dude that can counter like that. So, and then Jokic passing the ball from the elbow to the shooters, they're really tough to defend. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to be a problem. I think if they see Portland the next round, if they make it to the next round, I think they probably beat Portland. It's a bad matchup for Portland.
Yeah.
Jokic is a bad matchup for Portland because there's no one to guard him.
Yeah, unless they're going to put like Myers on him or something like that. Like they can't really send Cantor out there to guard him. So
yeah, it's going to be tough for them. So they impressed me though. I thought it would have been shaky, but there was a point today because the Spurs aren't that good defensively, right? Like there's stretches where they play good defensively, right?
Yeah, but they aren't a good defensive team.
But the Nuggets were just picking them apart now. Like they were just taking everything that their defense was giving them. So I was like, okay, yeah, they'll probably win the next game, and we'll see if they can close it out. That's my opinion. That's what I think is going to happen.
Fair. To me, I want to say yes, they have impressed me. I actually picked the Spurs in 6. I just thought that Pop's experience, obviously, like I thought that he would first of all outcoach Mike Malone. I also thought I expected a little bit more from DeMar. I still haven't got the performance that I wanted to see from DeMar. Especially because, like, you know, like last year you're one of the best guards in your conference, and this year you're not even you switch conferences, you're not even an all-star anymore. You're kind of like forgotten. I feel like a lot of people aren't really talking about DeMar, so I thought like this would be a stage for him to like show the world that like, yo, I'm DeMar DeRozan, and like I'm a fucking all-star. He hasn't really done that. But for me, the Nuggets, I just think the future is really bright. I still think that they're a Michael Porter Jr. away. I think that if he comes back and he's anything, literally anything like the player people assume that he was going to be coming out of high school, then the Nuggets really, really have something special. But they have impressed me. Like, again, I still think they need Michael Porter Jr. back. Like, I think that that's the one thing that's like inserting Carmelo Anthony, Prime Melo on this team. And then that gives you something really, really scary. And you could maybe be the best team in the West for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But again, like, they have impressed me. Jokic has impressed me. Murray has impressed me. They shoot the ball really well. They defend really well. And they don't look like the moment is too bright for them. I've seen Murray play literally maybe since I remember he was in like the FIBA games with Canada. And I think he took over in like the FIBA games like a while ago. So like I've always known Murray has had this in him. But I didn't know he had 21 points in a quarter in him. But Yeah, so they've definitely impressed me a lot. But again, I still think that they're really 1 year away from doing anything extremely significant.
That Porter thing is a big deal, and I've been thinking about that all year long, right? Like, when they drafted, I thought that was a steal, and I've been thinking about that all year long because I think KD might leave. Well, I think he's definitely leaving, right? And the Warriors are going to be thin at that 4 position, right? And in this league, that's where all the talent is now. Like, you know, Giannis, LeBron, KD, right? Kawhi. That's where all that, like anyone that's on a contender now, they have one of those dudes. You know what I mean? So, so that is going to concern me from a Warrior fan standpoint. If they lose KD, like how the hell are they going to fill that gap? You know what I mean? So, that's going to be a problem going forward, and that's good for the Nuggets because if that dude shows up and he's hitting open shots from Giannis, like that's going to be a problem, you know, because like what is he, like 6'10"?
Yeah,
and he can handle.
Yeah,
like,
6'10" with a handle.
That's a problem.
He would give them the go-to scorer that I still do not think they have. I don't think they have a main primary option. But we got to get you out of here. Thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it. Make sure you get your plug in. Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Urkel9 Twitter. Hit me up.
All right, bro. Thank you. We appreciate it.
All right.
All right, man. Yeah. So, Urkel, real quick before we get out of here, just want to recap the real super quick Magic Raptors. What do you think so far?
Good series. I think I said Raptors in 6. Raptors in 6.
Did you say Raptors in 6? Yeah.
I think I said Raptors in 6. I once said I'm going to root for the Magic for chaos purposes, but Raptors in 6.
Yeah, I think I said Raptors in a close 5, and I think I'm going to get a close 5-game series.
I think I said 6.
I think that moving towards the future, Jonathan Isaac should be the primary defender on Kawhi. But they did a great job defending them in Game 3. They shut him down, but you can't let Siakam go for 30. I do think Siakam is a good player, but I don't think Siakam should be going for 30 on you in a playoff game. But again, I said Raptors in a close 5-game series, and that's what I think we'll get. But for the Magic, I just think that it's more exciting for the future. You know, you finally got back in the playoffs, and you know you may want to keep Vucevic. I don't know if Vucevic is going to even get max money now. I'm looking at what he did in the playoffs. I don't know if he's going to get max money.
He's going to get max money.
I don't know if he's going to get max money.
You keep saying that like he played terrible this playoffs.
I don't know.
He didn't play terrible.
I don't know if he
didn't play as great.
I don't know if he getting max money.
He's being specifically schemed against. There's no real number 2 option on the team. Stop.
I don't know if he getting max money. I don't know if he getting max money. He might get close to it, but I don't know. But I think that still he's somebody that you might want to retain. So it is exciting. It's a very exciting time for that fan base and for that city to finally get a team back in the playoffs. But again, I still think Raptors in a close 5-game series. Real quick, Bucks Pistons obviously sweep. Rest up for the next round. Get ready for Boston. But for the Pistons, I think at least you got in the. It didn't end the way you wanted to end, but at least you got back in the playoffs for your fan base. Yeah, for revenue. And also, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Luke Kennard. I think next year he can have a breakout year. I think that maybe he can take some things he did in this series and springboard him for the future throughout this summer. So hopefully he can come back next year and be like that third option, maybe even second option type of guy, that backcourt scorer that I still think that they desperately need, because it's not Reggie Jackson, so it has to be Luke Kennard. So that's my take on that.
It won't be Luke Kennard, but I feel you.
I fuck with Luke Kennard. I think he like
good
16.
job, Blake. Way to rebound. Obviously, you were hurt.
Blake was hurt.
You don't play game 4. It's no reason. But it was a good run while it lasted. I mean, we said potential 50 games, but at least you guys made the playoffs this year.
Had his best season of his career.
Yeah, he had the best season of his career. Yeah, Drummond, I think, had one of the best seasons of his career. I don't think it was the best. He didn't make an All-Star team. He also didn't play that well at all in Game 3. He was pretty terrible in Game 3. Giannis has just been abusing the Pistons front court, even though he was in foul trouble for most of Game 3. But yeah, man, that series is what it is. It's a sweep. Get the brooms out.
I think we both
it's a
said
wrap.
sweep.
It's
I think everybody who saw that was like sweep.
Yeah, I mean, once we saw Blake was hurt for the first 2 games,
sweep. Get a sweep. It's over with.
Yeah, even a healthy Blake, you still getting blown out by 2.
I think they might have got a game if Blake was fully healthy. Maybe a game, G. Maybe they could have got a game, G.
Nah.
I'd give Blake a game.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I honestly don't think that the Bucks are gonna lose until probably
Conference finals?
Until game.
Okay, so
I don't think the Bucks are gonna lose until game 4 against Boston.
Okay, so question. Looking at things right now, conference finals predictions for each conference.
It's gonna be Warriors Bucks. That's it.
No, conference finals.
I don't care about the conference finals. Let me talk about that when we get there, because I have no idea who's gonna win, Philly or Toronto. It ain't no point in me picking it. Like, it's not gonna be a real hot take. Like, I think that's a pick'em series. I think it depends on health. It also depends on how the Raptors finish off the Magic and how the 76ers finish off the Nets. It also depends on how Milwaukee plays against Boston, because we know what Al Horford does to big guys in the playoffs. I don't think he's gonna do that to Embiid, but I mean, shit. That's Big Al, G. He just be doing shit.
Now you mean Marcus, though, because he would be playing. The Raptors would be playing the Sixers. No. They wouldn't match up.
Huh?
They wouldn't match up.
Big Al against Giannis.
Oh,
Big Al against Giannis.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, he's probably most likely gonna be defending Giannis. I don't know how he gonna deal with that, but Big Al always finds a way. So
Hall of Fame shit.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. I don't really know. I just know the Warriors gonna be in the finals. The Bucks gonna be in the finals. Whoever plays either one of them remains to be seen. I think every other team is even.
I'm going Rockets and Nuggets, and I'm going Boston and Toronto.
The crack Western Conference Finals.
What?
You got to be smoking crack if you believe that's gonna be Western Conference Finals.
bro. I think, man, like, just everything I'm seeing out of Harden is he just looks different. G. I think Harden gonna do it.
He's not doing it by himself.
I really
think
Harden
you just watched. You literally spent the first 30 minutes of this copy please for Kevin Durant. Now
he's not doing it by himself.
It was the greatest offensive performance
he's not doing it by himself.
I've ever seen in my life. It was so spectacular. I couldn't believe it. Like, come on.
It was, but I think Harden gonna do it. I really think Harden gonna do it.
Whatever.
I think he gonna do it.
Whatever. All right, can we get out of here? Let me honor. We've talked about basketball. I don't have the capacity to sit and talk about this shit for an hour and 30 minutes anymore. It's just like too long. Let's wrap it up.
It's been Hoops and Brews.
Like Quavo. Wrap it up then.
It's been Hoops and Brews. Follow me on Twitter at Pavy World. Go check out Love for You. It's out right now. www.whoispavy.com.
Yeah, man. I cover Game 4. Hopefully, I get to ask Steph Curry a question. That's literally my only goal for Game 4. So we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching this on Monday, Tuesday, hopefully some of the predictions that we talked about came true. And we'll get up with you guys later.
I'm the MVP. We gon' slide, and then we gon' chill. She said she love me, I'm her thrill. She riding with me, she siding with me. I'm pulling with 3. I'm the